Don't forget
to subscribe,
to share it.
and see.
Favorite server. Oh,
Showtime.
hey! Myth, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you.
Please subscribe to Sir Nazi Travel. Thank you.
Oh my God! It's so cold here in Alaska.
Oh my goodness. Good evening, everyone.
It's so cold. I can't take it. It's so freezing cold here in Alaska.
It's
oh
so
my gosh.
cold because
Oh my gosh.
we have our air conditioner cranking right now to keep us from being too hot here in Arizona. But
Oh my God.
we had to kind of go with the part tonight with the whole Alaska thing.
What do you mean? We're in Alaska. You can see there's a snowstorm behind us. Look at the snow outside of the window here. Yeah,
Are you sure that's Alaska?
We're
That
not
looks
Alaska?
like
It's Alaska.
That looks
Everyone knows
more
that.
like more
Brrr.
mountains or
Hello,
something.
Beth Ellender. Brrr. It's cold out.
oh my gosh.
Thank you, Nautical Nurse Nancy. Jose Lara, great idea. I'll work on that. He says drink some tequila to warm up. Good thing I still had my winter stuff for our trip to Flagstaff.
Yeah.
It's getting a
That's
little
true.
warm already. What's going on, everybody?
Good evening. So we are, first off, I want to start off with if everyone out there can wish Leanne some get well soon wishes. She is, well, I don't know, she may be with us tonight, but not for long. She is actually in the hospital right now. She just had surgery today.
Our girl, Leanne?
The thought that she's even in the chat right now is amazing because I know I sure couldn't do that.
She's amazing. She is amazing. Sharon, you were right about that. So our girl Sharon, our girl Leanne, went in for emergency surgery. She had surgery hours ago, and I think she was seen earlier. She might even be in the chat right now still. She is amazing. What a trooper. She knows how to honor a contract. It's signed, sealed, delivered. So she knew she couldn't get out of it without paying a hefty penalty. But still, Leanne Francisconi, we love you. We hope you're feeling better. And everyone in the chat, please give Leanne your well wishes because
for a speedy
she's
recovery, Leanne.
hoping for a speed, and she will get a speedy recovery. We know that for sure. We are sending her some care packages. I think we have a jar of olives, Splucci stuffed olives, a bottle of Grey Goose, and a bucket for ice coming out to her, quickly. So get better soon, Leanne. We love you.
Oh my gosh. So, but don't think you can get anything past us because we have our nurse Nancy here tonight.
That's
and,
right.
She'll hammer you.
Yeah, you don't mess around with the original hammer, the original moderator. So Nurse Nancy, Leanne is not required to moderate anything. She could just sit there, enjoy, and just have something to look at while she's in hopefully a post-surgery chemical days at the moment. And Nautical Nurse Nancy, thank you so much for being here, as you always are, to take care of things and hold down the fort. We love you like a sister, and you mean the world to us. So thank you for that.
So we hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know we did.
Mm-hmm.
We had not the whole family, but a few family members over. We had a great Thanksgiving dinner. I cooked a turkey. We ate here. Then we actually watched a nice family Christmas movie.
Oh my
all
God!
together in the
You call that a nice movie?
I do. We're having,
stinker.
I guess, what do you call it? Disagreement maybe on the Christmas movie. So I saw it once years ago, Christmas with the Cranks, and I thought it was a good movie. I loved it. I like just good family kind of movies like that. So I rated it a 9 out of 10.
What?
Jamie.
A 9 out of 10?
Jamie rated it a
Please.
6 out of 10. Can you believe that? A 6 out of 10.
Please.
Christmas with the Cranks. It was a good movie.
First off, Paul Atta said that Chemical Days is the only way to watch this show. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that. Brian Francisconi.
I don't know if that's a compliment or a
We should have thrown Brian Francisconi on the wrench tonight. He said she's in a purple haze right now. Purple haze.
I bet she is.
So that's good news. I hope you ask them for what I recommended for the post surgery medication. My favorite when you come out of a surgery is Dilaudid. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't know. I've never had surgery except when I was 5 years old. I had my tonsils out.
Yeah.
And that was the most traumatic thing ever when I was young.
You're still recovering from it. All right, let's get back. Listen, let's get back to that movie. Some friends of ours highly recommended the movie Christmas with the Cranks. And And so I said, okay, we'll watch it. They were shocked that we had never seen it. In the same fashion that we've never seen Golden Girls, or I've never seen Christmas with the Cranks. I don't know if you guys have, or if you have a favorite, movie or whatever. Deborah, 1999 says Christmas with the Cranks is a great family film.
See.
It was. I guess it was a family film, but it was a hint predictable at times.
Yeah, it was predictable, but that's okay. It's just a good, fun Christmas movie. You don't have to
and here's maybe here's the problem. Cabby Cruiser said, I'm with Jamie on the movie. I could not sit through the whole thing. Thank you so much. Friends, a.k.a. The Ship Show, said Crazy Cat Traveler. But I think the issue was that the whole premise of the movie was they were going on a Christmas cruise.
Well, it was funny.
But the cruise took a back seat, and they never went on the cruise. Who plans a Christmas cruise and doesn't go on it? It's ridiculous.
The whole time Matthew was waiting, he saw the carnival ship at the beginning of the movie, and the whole time he was like waiting for something for them to get on the cruise. And he kept saying, aren't they going to show them getting on the cruise?
Yeah, it was just guys. And Matthew was so upset. He goes, what kind of, all that is cheap product placement.
Oh my God.
Like, come on, Matthew, settle down.
Yeah, that's our son. Oh my God. That's something like, yeah.
There were a couple funny parts. I did laugh when Tim Allen got the Botox and he was eating and drinking, and when Jamie Lee Curtis was in the tanning salon and she jumped out and she saw the preacher. That was funny, but I don't want to ruin the movie if you haven't seen it. But if you haven't seen it, there's probably a lot of other better movies you can see. Ooh. Anyway, I gave it a solid 6 out of 9. Sharon, or 6 out of 10. Sharon gave it
I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Well, listen. So that was it. So that was Thanksgiving, and then Mike Jackson, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Thank you so much.
Well, let's say hello to everyone.
You want to say hi to some folks really quick?
Yeah.
All right. So welcome to Monday night, guys. We started off with a side note to our girl Leanne. And again, she's out there, and we hope that you're feeling better soon. We know you will be. But we wanted to give you some props and some love. But hey, we're Sharon at Sea Travel. I'm Jamie, the loudmouth guy on the left, and this is Sharon, the lovely lady on the right. And she's the one that's smart, intelligent, can take care of all your travel needs, and knows everything about cruising. And I'm the guy that just goes along for the ride, aka the eye candy. So welcome to the show. Great to have you guys here. Larry Thomas, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, hello, Sharon and Jamie and SAST family. We're glad to be here this week. We hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, Larry, for the super chat. We're going to put that right into the gas fund for the next road trip, for sure. Let's say hi to some folks. Let's start at, let's see, it's already 11 after. I don't want to get too far behind in the chat.
Okay.
So I'm just going to jump back to 8 minutes after 7 o'clock.
We actually have a little bit of an agenda tonight.
We do have an agenda. All right, let's say hi to some folks real quick. Starting, the first person on my side that said hi at 7:08 p.m. was SK1. What's going on? Spikers Crazy Adventures. How you doing? Crazy Cat Traveler. Pia Broderick's here. Pam S. CCU Pepito. Rob from Life with Favor. Rob, what's up, buddy? You're having another great year in fantasy football, aren't you? Nazuma Brown. The Ship Show. What's going on, John and the family? I hope you guys are having a great day. John says, Jamie from Sharon to Sea Travel is Ebenezer Scrooge. That's not called for.
He is. Except for when it comes to his own gifts. He is the pickiest person ever to buy a gift for. I don't even like to buy a gift for him at Christmas because he's so picky that there's always something wrong with it. Like, always.
How can you say that about me in front of all these people?
It's so true.
Unbelievable.
It is so true.
Unbelievable. Also, I will announce right now on a side note, I am still nursing a head cold that if you were here last Monday, you saw just the beginnings of it when I went into a couple of sneezing attacks, and it has been kicking my butt. Of course, traveling all over Arizona in the frigid cold weather probably didn't do anything for me. So, but just trust me, this thing has been diagnosed by professionals. Head cold, stuffy nose, a little twinge in my throat, causing a little cough on occasion. So everyone just settle down.
What do you have to drink over there?
Okay, so what I'm doing tonight, we just got right off of the hellos.
Oh, okay. Let's go to the hellos.
We'll go back to the hellos and I'll tell you what I'm drinking.
Okay.
All right. We said hi to the Ship Show was there. Jeff Scalzo. Timothy Walters is here.
I saw something really quick. Pam S said, "Hi, have you been to the Red Dog Saloon in Juneau?" Yes, we have. That was on our list when we went there.
We didn't spend a lot of time there, but we went into the place and checked it out. Kevin Brubaker's here. Here we go, throwing shade on John's movie. Marianne Dillon. Jamie Leah Lamnon is here. What's up? Q's Cruisers are in the house. Of course, the one, the only, the amazing. You know her, you love her. Nautical Nurse Nancy is here. Life is good today. What's going on, kids? Nice to see you. Sue O'Connor's here. Dylan Seaman in the house. What's going on, Dylan? Anthony Simone. Michael, the Italian guy. Anto Giovanni is here. What's going on, buddy? Nice to have you here. Chris Ehrlich is in the house. Beth Ullinger, Beth and Doug. Doug, we hope your ankle, speaking of surgeries, is feeling better and you're up and around playing kickball in no time. Sherry Giaquinto said National Lampoon Christmas Vacation is the best. It is.
Oh, that's a good one too.
No doubt about it.
Maybe we'll watch that next week.
I also want to see Office
Or
Party
this week.
Christmas Party. I want to see
Yeah.
that this season. Amy Kephart is here. Deborah 1999. What's going on, guys? Love to see you. Garrett Labelson. Garrett, I don't know. Have we talked? We talked since last week, since the Jets game, right? That was last week. Okay, we'll put
I
that
don't
behind
know.
us. Garrett,
I
it's
don't
great
know
to
if
see
you
you.
talked
What's
to
going on,
Garrett.
buddy? Mary Ellen Dillon is here. What's up? Paul Ada says hospital drugs rock. You're so right about that. Cavi Cruiser's here. Andrew Sweets, Crazy Cat Traveler. Christina V. I can't believe you have winter hats on and coats living in Arizona.
I know.
They're going to come off pretty quickly. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to get a little warm already. I might have to take it down a notch before I overheat here. But trust me, we will do anything for the show. And that's the point we're trying to make tonight.
Yeah. Well, when we were up in northern Arizona, it was actually, was it 13 or 14 or something degrees when we woke up on Sunday morning?
Oh my gosh, it was
my God.
14 degrees according to my car.
That's the coldest I think we've ever been in.
Yes. Let's see. Who else is in the house? Larry Richmond is here. Dave Momberger, what's going on? Jose Lara, what's up? Chris Gu, Jerry Dietrich is here. Hello, guys. How are y'all doing? Chris C is here. What's up, Chris? I don't want to miss anybody. Let's see who. Mike Jackson is in the house. What's up, Mike Jackson? Hope your brothers are doing good, the four of them. Penner 10 is here. What's going on, Penner 10? Lovely to have you here.
Timothy Walter says, I watched Fred Claus. That's a good movie, too.
Oh,
Fred
there
Claus.
you go. Amy Elke is in the house. What's going on, Amy Elke? Guys, remember, if you're ever going to remember one thing about tonight's show, take this away. When you see Amy Elke's name, the O is silent. The O is silent. Please remember that. Ruth Todd. What's up, Ruth? Steve, how you guys doing? Lovely to see you tonight. Lori DeShiel, the one and only Lori DeShiel. Lori, see this right here? That's your special place. It's right next to my heart. Lori DeShiel. Tess Almond, speaking of Tess, you're right over here. Lori's here, Tess is right here.
Oh, my God.
Is that weird? Tess and Lori right there.
my goodness.
Anyway, let's see. I'm going off on a tangent. Sorry. Rhonda Carney is here. What's happening? Joseph Johnson is here. See the World with Chris Barnett. What's going on, Chris? Savvy Truckers in the house. What's up? Scott Berry is here. I jumped ahead in the chat. Mr. Cruz Fever, I see you. Robert Brown Jr., how you doing tonight? Q's Cruisers. Amy Franzak is here. What is going on, Amy? Let's see. Who else? I'm sure I missed a few names. I'm jumping ahead. Jay Booth is here. Jamie Wilhite, the Six Traveling Shorts. What's going on, guys? Edna's World. What is up, Edna girl? How are you doing? Edna, we hope that you're doing well. Everyone in the community is still thinking about you. Yeah. We love you. And, you know, we got you, girl. Jason Schumacher is in the house. What's going on, Jason? NCL Mike is here. She said, snow here tonight. NCL Mike, where are you that it's snowing? Life is Good Today is in the house. What's up? Really Creative Travel. Blaine, lovely to see you. So sorry we couldn't pop in on your show. You're always on Monday nights right before us. I was busy as a biscuit getting stuff together around here. We had such a big weekend, and I had no time to get anything ready until
Nothing
this
was
afternoon. Literally nothing was ready. Sherry Smith is here. What's up, Sherry? Jim and Annette Tallman, thanks for being here. Charles Hahn, congratulations, Charles. Charles' daughter just got married.
I know. I saw
Congrats,
those
dude.
pictures.
Congrats.
Beautiful.
Man, I'm sure that cost you a pretty penny. I mean, congratulations. I hope it was everything you wanted it to be.
Oh, my God.
Karen Hill is here. What's up, Karen? Lovely to see you. Michael X says hello. Mike V is in the house. And that's it. I'm all the way down at the bottom. Boom.
All right.
Who knew biscuits had so much to do? Busier than a biscuit. All right, so Sharon was commenting. Guys, if you're a little chilly and if you're nursing yourself back to health, Nautical Nurse Nancy knows this, but there's only one way to do it, and that's with a little bit of hot tea. Hello. I've got tea. I've got a spot of tea here today. See, look, it's really tea.
Still have the tea bag in there.
Sharon, did you just say tea bag?
Yeah, the tea bag. You know, the tea bag. Okay.
Oh boy, that's I served that one up for the ship show, didn't we? Stacy says, "What's up from the Bronx? What's going on? What's going on from the Bronx, New York?" Michael X says hot bourbon. That's what my grandpa used to say. Well, it's funny you should mention that because if the tea don't work, then if the tea don't work, then you go with the buffalo tea.
A combination of cold and cough medicine, tea, and bourbon.
Did I tell you guys? While at the hotel in Flagstaff, I literally almost made a new best friend. As we're walking into the hotel with our baggage, this is the second night. We'll go into some of those
Nancy
details
said,
in a
"Oh
minute.
no, Jamie."
While we're walking into the hotel, there's a group of 4 people ahead of me.
Jose said, "Buffalo tea."
I tell you, it is buffalo tea. A family walking in front of us, and what do I see in the guy's hand? Literally, I'm not kidding you guys, a bottle of Buffalo Trace. And of course, I had to comment on it. And I said, so I talked to him for a minute and said, "Hey man, I appreciate a guy who knows a good bourbon." And we chatted for a moment, and then I said, "What room are you in again?" And he laughed and just said, he said a room number. They said, "Just bring the ice."
I think they were actually
They were literally in the room next to us.
Next to us, yeah.
So, Tess Almond said, "My British mom would agree with Jamie at Sharon at Sea about the tea. I'll spot the tea. Spiced rum," says Mike V. Larry Richmond ran out of coffee this morning, had tea instead, was still half asleep until I finally got some coffee at 7. Yeah, I don't. Tea is supposed to pick you up too, but I don't know if it really does or not.
I think tea actually gives me more energy than coffee now because I'm so used to drinking coffee every morning that now I drink it out of habit because I just want something warm in the morning. But I don't really ever feel like it really wakes me up anymore. But
Paul Ada, I set you up for that one too. You're welcome, guys. Sharon, aka the hot ski bunny. Yeah, you do look cute in your little outfit with your hat on, your little
thank you,
curly,
Timothy.
your little curls coming out at the bottom. I love it. Let's see what else. Jamie, the palm tree in your shirt looks like the lights are flashing. It's awesome. Thank you, Kelly Rinaldo. Really?
it's like like a Christmas palm tree, maybe.
Oh yeah, it is just like that.
Oh yeah, you put your Christmas lights on.
Thank you so much for noticing. Christmas lights on my booby.
Oh my gosh.
It's on my booby.
Speaking of Christmas lights, the place we stayed on our weekend getaway was amazing. They had, it was probably, I feel it, a couple acres or so, I don't know, of just all Christmas lights, trees. All the trees were lit up everywhere. They had little walkways and little tiki torches going. The whole pool area was lit up with trees and Christmas lights, and it was the cutest thing ever. If we ever go up north again, well, we probably will at some point. I'm definitely staying there again.
There you go. Somebody said hi at the Jenny B show. Is Jenny B out there? Let me see something. Hang on a second. Oh my God, the Jenny B show is out there. Hello, Jenny B.
Hi, Jenny.
How you guys doing over there at La Lido Loca? We hope you're doing fantastic. I feel bad because I wanted to watch our show yesterday on their Sunday deal, but we were on the road just getting home when that bad boy started up. So, Jenny B, lovely to have you here tonight. What an honor, what a treat, what a pleasure to see the lovely lady, Jenny B. Make sure you guys give her a little love in the chat. Ellen Fiore says, there you are. Why are you there, for heaven's sake? I got a ticket to Miami, or just keep drinking shots. I'll do mine here in California. I'll be in Miami next month, guys. You have an open invite then. Thank you, Ellen, for inviting. We just got invited to Miami.
Oh.
Are we available?
Well,
is that for the whole month, Ellen, or is that just for a couple weeks, or what do you have planned? D Incognito said, I must be muted. Hopefully you're muted and I'm not muted, or else you guys would be freaking out.
Can everyone else hear us okay?
Well, I think we're okay.
Or they would have been complaining by now.
Yeah, Charles Turner said it's coming down heavy behind us. It is.
Why don't you change the picture?
Maybe, let's get to a new place. Let's get to a little bit of a calmer area.
Pictures on the green screen that have movement, like constant movement, I think it's, I don't know, kind of distracting after a while. It's kind of fun at first, and I think it gets distracting.
You think it's distracting? All right, what if we went something a little more serene? This is going to be, like this background could be anywhere, right? This is just snow. We're just making, it's a joke about Alaska and snow and cold weather. That's why we're all bundled up. But what if we were someplace like this?
Ooh.
What if we were there? Like, look at that. Like
that
the serene. That's Glacier Bay.
Yeah, that was the view off our aft-facing balcony on our Alaska.
That's
cruise.
Right. That picture, folks, is courtesy Sharon at Sea Travel.
I think I actually took that with my phone.
You did. It's amazing. You are a tremendous photographer. Jamie's been hitting up the slopes. Thank you. Behind us coming down. Take a shot of tequila, warms the throat right up. You're right about that, TCU. You know what else does? A little bit of this. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here with us.
Oh, Lori DeShiel says, I drink tea every morning, Sharon, English breakfast tea.
Lori drinks tea every. Is tea a code word for what? Southern comforts?
Well, in the summer, I drink a lot of iced tea. I love iced tea.
Now you do.
And sometimes I'll drink tea later in the evening if I want to, like if I'm tired and I need to stay up later. I'll drink hot tea versus having coffee just because, it, like I said, it for some reason it picks me up more, you know.
Sharon, I don't know. Tess Almond said the tea bags leave a weird taste in her mouth. Not a fan.
All right, let's move
Hold
on.
on a second. I'm having a hot flash. Wow. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Black Rifle Coffee. I'll check that out, Chris Cook. Thank you so much for that. I gotta catch up on the chat here. Getting out of control.
Oh.
I got so
Okay.
far behind the chat last time. Oh my gosh, hold on a second. Bob Brett. What's up, Bob? Thank you so much for the
Thank
howdy
you.
and for the super chat. Super, super cool. We appreciate that very much. Earmuffs and a hat really get your tickets to visit with me in Miami, said Ellen. Thank you, Ellen. We appreciate that. Mario Alvaro Duran. I'm new here. I really enjoy the videos. Cheers from New York City. Cheers to you, Mario. Appreciate it, buddy.
Mario. I'm drinking my favorite red wine tonight.
Beth commenting on hold on a second. I got some. I'm just kind of clearing up a few things over here. Oops. Okay.
let's see.
Beth was commenting that beautiful hotel. She had
Yeah.
been at that same hotel that we stayed at.
Yeah, it's called the
and Dylan says so too.
Yeah, it's called the Little America Hotel, and it's gorgeous. So when we went, we made a reservation at that hotel to stay the one night. So we got up there, we went to the Grand Canyon all day. The first day, had an amazing time there. We posted some pictures, so you'll see more when we put the vlogs out soon.
Are you making a vlog? You got a vlog up your sleeve?
Well, you have one up your sleeve.
People will be like, Sharon and C's putting out a vlog? It's been like a month and a half since one of those came out.
It'll be out Wednesday.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah, it will be.
All right,
Anyways,
we'll see.
So we spent a day at the Grand Canyon. Amazing. I can't believe we haven't been there sooner. We live in Arizona. We've never been to the Grand Canyon. It was so worth it. Then we stayed at that lovely hotel. I mean,
Yes.
I can't say enough about that hotel.
Well, a friend of ours was there not too long ago, and the pictures blew us away. And as we're looking for a place to stay, we're seeing the same old, you know, the ones that you know, the same names, the Hiltons, the Hyatts, the Ramadas, the blah, blah, you know. And
this was just something. It was
something
just different. It was just kind of cute and all the decor and lights, and then and the hotel itself, it was very nice also. And I really liked it because the bathroom had two sinks, one in where the shower and toilet were, and a separate one outside. So that's kind of nice. Special. Well, that'd be nice if you had to stay longer.
Well,
but
that's nice
we're
when
only
I'm your
there one
husband.
night.
So you don't have to, you can wash your hands and your face in a room where I'm not taking care of business.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying.
Anyways, so we stayed there. Matthew was in charge all weekend of finding us places to eat. So he did research on Yelp and Google and wherever, TripAdvisor, and he chose our places to eat. So we went Italian. We ate at a place called Fat Olives the first night. It was
Fat
really
Olives.
good.
FATOLI.
Really good.
I mean, any place named Olives can't be half bad. And the martini there was pretty good too.
Yeah, and so he did a pizza review that night too. Then the next day we got up and we drove to Page, Arizona, and we went to Horseshoe Bend. That's another place we've been wanting to see for quite a while. We wanted to go to Antelope Canyon, but that's been closed. I don't know when or if it's going to open back up.
The tours going down into the canyon are closed.
And you have to take a tour.
And that's what you got to do to get in there.
But we went to Horseshoe Bend and we posted pictures of that as well. We've seen pictures of it on the internet where it looked amazing, and it looks just as good in person.
It was awesome.
Yeah. So we kind of explored around there for the day. Then we're kind of contemplating, we're kind of deciding where to go to spend the night. We actually thought about driving all the way to Vegas and just spending the night and then coming back, hitting up some places on the way back. But we loved that one place so much in Flagstaff, and it was getting kind of late, so we decided to go back to Flagstaff and stay there again. So we
we were so wide open. We could have stayed in Page. We could have driven to Vegas. We thought about doing that and doing something really off the cuff.
Actually, we're gonna even drive to Utah because we were so close the next.
Just saying,
day.
we spent the night in Utah, which I've never done before. But we said, you know what? As it got later, we said, listen, let's go closer to home. That way we can get a head start, because then the next morning we got up. It was 14 degrees. We had an amazing breakfast at a place, again, that Matthew chose and picked out, the Galaxy Diner, a very 50s looking diner type of a deal. And that was awesome.
It was just, really nostalgic. And the whole reason we went there that he chose this was partially the 50s theme, but also because when he was reading the menu, they had malted waffles, and he's on this big malted waffles kick lately. And so much that I actually had to order malted waffle mix on.
Oh yeah, you did. Yes, Mommy did.
I'm waiting for it to come in the mail now.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Anyways, but then we stopped by Sedona on the way home. We visited, where did we go in Sedona? We went to the, we drove around and
we took the scenic drive. There's two ways to get from Flagstaff down into Sedona. You can take the main highway, and it's about 30 minutes. You fly down, you make a turn, and boom, you're in Sedona.
Yeah.
Or you can take something called the Oak Canyon Highway, Oak Creek Canyon Highway. And this is a road where you're doing like 20, 25 the whole way. It's winding turns and amazing scenery, and it's fantastic. The thing that's tricky about it is when we're driving like to the Grand Canyon, your scenery is wide out to the side of you, so you can put a camera up and see everything. In this canyon, everything is like it's like you're in a field goal.
Yeah.
You know, everything's right next to you, so it's a little tricky to show much of it.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful drive. We got to stop at what was the name of that church?
It was the Chapel of the Holy Cross is where we stopped. And
That's right.
When you walk up and go into the chapel, but when you're outside of the chapel and look, you have just a whole view all around there of all the red buttes, the rock, and it's probably it's just such a beautiful view, like from all
It was unbelievable.
sides.
The only thing that was a bummer was, I'm not going to lie.
And I saw the house right when you look down from the chapel there. I looked down and I was like, oh my gosh, I saw my dream house.
You looked the house up. It was
Yeah, I looked it up. So there was a house. I forgot what the address was like. What it was at 50.
Don't give the address away. Just say your piece about the house.
Yeah, it was like this little mini mansion with this whole lake pool in the back. It was so beautiful.
So my first $2 million is going right towards that house, and that'll just be the down payment on it.
Anyways.
So listen. So one of the frustrating thing was we brought the drone because we didn't know what the deal was. We had researched Grand Canyon, super off. I mean, you are not allowed.
There's signs everywhere saying no drones.
And when we went up there, we thought maybe it'd be kind of quiet, right? It's the pandemic is going on. Cases are spiking everywhere. It's Black Friday. We could not have been more wrong. It was as busy as I could have imagined. Every parking spot. We had to drive around 3 times just to find one parking spot available. So no drone action there. Then, of course, the next place, and there are literally signs that say no drone, like a picture of a drone with a big extra.
And if you get caught there, you get in big trouble. So
yeah, you can get arrested and $1,000 fine on the spot, and your stuff can get confiscated.
Yeah, so it's not like a place where you can really just kind of sneak and do it and take your chances.
I'll get a little ballsy, but not that ballsy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, by the time we got down to Sedona, it was a nice breeze, windy day. And I was like, you know what? This just isn't going to happen. We'll have to hit Sedona up one more time and spend a whole day, maybe spend the night there.
And we've been there a few times before, but we never really, it was way before, years before we vlogged anything.
All right, so that's the story. Sharon, we have an agenda. We need to stick to it.
Okay.
Let me jump through and just see what's going on out there. Yes, Dylan Seaman, it is Glacier Bay. It looks fantastic. People are enjoying the picture. Beautiful glacier. Looks like a good spot to look for mature males. It could be TCU. It's definitely a good spot. I don't know if they allow hunting there, but if you could hunt for elk, I bet there'd be amazing ones. Hello, Andrew Capite. What's going on? Jamie, coffee was the code word for my grandma's bourbon. Awesome, Michael X. Thank you very much. Doug and Beth Ellend are 13 years married tomorrow.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Congratulations, guys. Cheers with the tea. I have chamomile if my stomach is hurting, said Dylan. What else do we have? Can't wait to go on our Alaska cruise, May 2022. We're on deck 7 aft. Hope it'll be great views. Aft, we think, is the best place to go on Alaska
for
cruise.
Alaska, that's the best. And May is also, I would say you picked a good month. We went in May, and if I ever went again, that would be the month I would go. Maybe not the beginning, but we went the third week. I would say the third or fourth week is probably going to get the best weather.
Yes.
Although it's unpredictable, though. It is unpredictable, but.
Thank you, Ruth. Ruth said it's cool that Matthew chose a restaurant. Sounds like he did a great job in his choices.
He did.
He sure did.
He did.
He did a great job, and we had a great time. So it was a lovely trip, something that we've never really done before. Everything we always do is very planned out. Usually it's a cruise, it's a vacation. We have things lined up, and this time we just said, screw it.
Yeah.
We
only had
knew
like
where we
one-
wanted to go, like 2 places, and everything else we winged
Yeah,
it, and it was so much
We
fun.
knew we wanted to go
loved
to the Grand Canyon, and we knew that we were going to stay at that one hotel the one night, and the rest was kind of like, we just kind of winged it. Yeah.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Dewey Ski, what's going on? My brother, how are you? We hope you're doing well. All right, let's see.
All right,
Sharon,
so,
what's next on the agenda? You have something that you have a giveaway, don't you?
Yeah, so I thought we would go ahead and do the giveaway, and then after that, whoops, oh.
Hold on, somebody named Potential Spam is calling.
And then after that,
Hello? Hello? I'm a little busy right now. Yeah, can you call me back later? Thanks.
oh my God. And then after that, we'll talk about Alaska, the reason, what we mentioned before.
Dave and Brandy's excursion, what's up? We now know what it's like to live where Dave and Brandy do from Dave and Brandy's excursion. We watch a lot, their videos come out and they show stuff. They're on snowmobiles. It's snowing. They're in Pennsylvania, and it's freezing cold. And we were freezing cold this weekend, and we thought of you guys, and we mentioned you a couple times because we're like, wow, this is what it's like to be Dave and Brandy from Dave and Brandy's excursions.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
All right, so
Lisa Driver said, what's the best place to stay in Seattle before we leave on Alaska? We're coming in from Australia. Lisa, that might be a tough question to answer here, but if you email sharon@gmail.com, she will definitely give you some ideas.
yeah, and there's a lot of great places, and some that are closer to the port. We stayed at the Hampton Inn just because we liked the location for what we were doing, what we had planned. But yeah, send me an email and I'll give you some options depending on how long you're going to be there and what you want to do.
Don't let me choke on that tea bag by accident.
Oh my gosh. So all right, so.
Oh, hold on. Did we? Are you saying that we missed a couple? Nancy said we might have missed a couple of. Hang on a second. I don't want to miss anything. Crazy Cat Traveler. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for helping me forget. It should be a sea day for Crazy Cat. We're so sorry about that, sweetie. Vonna B. Wells, thank you so much. Someone needs to plan a 2022 summer Alaska group cruise.
That would be a great idea. I know I
Sharon,
want
you think you can make that happen?
Well, we already have a 2022 summer group cruise, but we do want to go back to Alaska at some point. So,
Yes, I think
we'll
so.
see.
Ruth Todd, yes, only one martini at the Italian restaurant. Then I switched over to beer.
Yeah.
But I was in, it was cold out and I was in unfamiliar grounds and, I had to get the fam back. So, well, thank you guys for those super chats. We really appreciate that. Thank you, Nancy, for the heads up. Sometimes the chat jumps and you miss stuff. And thank you so much, Nancy. You're amazing for catching that for us.
That was
and thank you guys for the support. Lori DeShiel is ready to go to Alaska. The ship show will do a 2022 group cruise. So, that's good. You guys should do something in 2021 as well. Just throwing it out there for the ship show. Like late, like somewhere in October. All right, so Sharon, what do you got to give away? Talk to me.
All right.
Make it quick because we got to get to Alaska.
Okay.
Alaska's on the bubble here.
So, as I mentioned, I did a review on these Silero day packs. I don't know. I can't see if they can see this.
Okay,
or not.
let me switch over to the camera. There we go.
So they're like a back.
Whoa.
Okay, I'll hold it down like this.
Was that the Northern Lights? What happened there?
I don't know.
That just got crazy.
So
Can I take this jacket off? I'm a hint on the warm side now.
so I don't know if you can kind of see. It's gonna get weird again on the screen, but they're
Don't lift it up so high.
they're really big inside. They have a little
Push your
bottle
chair back
opener
and show
right
it.
here.
They know. They saw the video, Sharon.
A little keychain here
And they all saw the video.
okay. Wow.
Now I don't have any
everyone
clothes on.
probably.
You still have your winter hat on. People are gonna be like, "What's happening?"
And a little outside pocket, and they have an inside pocket too that's closed in for things you don't want people to see because it is a mesh bag. You can see through it. So, anyways, it's kind of a big. This is great for anything basically, excursions, hiking,
Okay, you don't have to sell it.
So-
You're just giving it away now.
Anyways, so we picked. We had one given to us as a giveaway. They sent me one to review. They sent one as a giveaway. But I decided I was going to give both of them away. Not because I don't like it. I do, but I just
Because you've got a few bags.
I have a lot of bags. so we decided.
Including the ones under my eyes. Thank you very
We
much.
decided to give both of them away. So
Wow.
so we randomly picked. We randomly picked 2 names, and
Was Matthew involved in the picking?
he was.
He always
So
is. He loves to be
everyone that
involved.
left a comment under the video, the review video, was entered in the drawing. I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you. I'm gonna name the first name, and if you're in the chat, you need to respond, because if you're not there, then we will move on after a few minutes. and
Hold on.
choose
Let me
another
go.
name.
First off, let me go to the chat. We've shown you how we do this kind of stuff before. Aw. Tess Almond for the teabag fun. Thank you so much, Tess. We appreciate that.
Thanks,
That is
Tess.
so sweet of you. Thank you. So real quick, you guys know how we do it. What we did was Matthew got onto one of those random comment things for videos, and he clicked a couple times to choose the names, and we said, man, those people better be in the chat or they're going to be in big trouble.
Yeah, we
So
have a couple
that's how we
backups
did it.
if they're not, but let's
Yes.
hope the first.
We
two are-
decided, usually we try to show you what we do or when we do it, because we want to make sure everybody knows it's legit. But I think you guys know us well enough. We've given away plenty of things to know that there's no shenanigans here. So, and if you don't believe me, then that's all I have to say to you.
Anyways,
Sue O'Connor said, I never saw the review. It was on YouTube. It was on the other day. It came out the other day, and that's where you could have
it came
entered to get in there.
it came out last Friday morning,
Yes.
so
I can tell you right now that John did not win. Just so you know.
Now-
So if you put the prop bet out there, Paul or Kevin Brubaker, that's not going to play.
So they do sell these. I know these. This is the same as the Shilero beach bag that we gave away a couple weeks back, where I did a review. So
Same
you can,
brand.
You can go on the website and use that same discount code Sharon15, and you can also get 15% off these two or the beach bags. And that code is good until next June of 2021. So
All right.
it's good for a long time. So you can wait till we get
Oh my
back
gosh.
from cruising and buy a new beach bag then if you want.
This is the funniest thing.
So-
Sharon, go ahead and why don't you announce
right.
hold on, I just need to say that I'm just reading the chat, and how ironic. Okay, go ahead and say the first name, please.
Okay.
The first person that is the winner is
The first winner is Amy Franzak.
Amy Franzak, and the reason I couldn't help but laugh there was literally seconds ago, Amy Franzak posted in the chat,
my gosh, I
pick
see
me.
that. Oh my
Unbelievable. The first winner, the first name that was picked by Matthew is Amy Franzak. Amy,
All right,
you are the
you are
winner.
a winner,
You are
Amy.
one of the winners. Congratulations to you. And she's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. It's never has it ever worked out that way where someone
Yeah.
has said pick me and then they got picked, and it
So
just so happened
Amy,
that Amy, you're the big
send
winner.
me an email with your shipping info, and I will get this shipped out to you in the next couple of days.
Yes, unbelievable. The chat's
all right.
blowing up with everyone saying, Andrew Swedes is saying pick me. I don't know if it'll work again, Andrew. It's a nice try. But
God.
that was not, it was, we did not decide to just pick the first person to say pick me.
That was funny. All right.
Let's see. Tess Almont said, nice bag, but I don't like the see-through. Well, but Tess, we know that's because you don't want, people seeing what you have in that bag. But
yeah,
usually they can hear it.
I mean, it is see-through, but that's what I mean. It's a bag for, it depends on what you're going to use it for, I guess.
There you go.
All right, so
So there's a second name. So what is the second name that you have written down here?
Is Jamie Wilhite.
Jamie Wilhite, are you out there? Jamie Wilhite. Lori, no, the free cruise on the Vlogger Extravaganza, that is not up for grabs tonight. So Jamie
Oh, for
Wilhite.
my birthday, she said.
So hold on, let me see if Jamie Wilhite is here. Because if you're not here, oh, I see the name. Now we just have to hope that they are somewhere near their computer to respond. Oh, yes, I'm here. Said Jamie Wilhite. So that's the deal, guys.
Congratulations, Jamie.
Those are the names. I will tell you that there were literally Matthew picked a few names in order, which is how we're calling them. And just in case those people weren't here, there were other names. Just so you know,
can't
okay,
tell people
we
because
won't
then
show.
they'll be
We
upset.
won't show, but I just, you know me, I'm always liking to prove. I don't know why I always have to prove ourselves. And those two names are definitely loyal SAST folks. So we
Oh,
love
they
you
are,
guys.
yeah.
Congratulations. Send Sharon an email, sharon@c@gmail.com, and you can claim your bag. And immediately we'll see the chat, the number of people in the chat will drop by 50. the people that are like, oh damn, I didn't win the bag, I'm out of here.
But I don't know. Now we're going to talk
I'm
about.
just kidding.
We'll talk a little bit about Alaska.
Paul Atta said, who are the others? The others were Paul Atta, Trevor Bagachler, Doodles McShip Show, the Ship Show, John Clayco, and those are all the rest. But luckily, Amy and Jamie were both here.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
You know, keep your eyes peeled, I guess, for this Thursday. There'll be another video coming out with our Vlogadays details on our Vlogadays giveaways and what we're going to be giving away. So every week during the month of December, we'll be announcing
a lot of stuff's going to be given away. A lot of stuff.
So we'll give away 1 gift the first week, 2 the second week, 3 the third week, and 4 the last week of December, last Monday. So, but you have to comment under that video as well to be entered, and then we'll randomly pick. And those will actually be drawing the names from a bucket in front of you live. So
Blaine Rayleigh says, I was here for the giveaway. Good night, LOL. Just kidding.
oh, Blaine.
Blaine, you better not be. Blaine won the giveaway. You guys remember that? Do you remember when we gave away Do you remember when we gave away the cruise, right, for our 20,000 subscribers, and Blaine was the big winner? I mean, that was amazing.
It's he will eventually cry.
Yeah, and hopefully he'll get that cruise. We've been off the hook. We should have taken the money that we were going to pay on that and put it into like some stocks and bonds or something. We've been making a killing right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, every cruise that we've moved planes to has been canceled. So
TC Peter wants to know when the Buffalo Trace will be given away.
Moved out to what, 2022's 2022? Yeah. So yeah, I think, is it 2022? Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Hopefully,
Eventually Blaine will get.
We have to be cruising by then.
Hopefully the cruise happens before Shannon C. Travel goes out of business. Lisa Driver, we're going to tell you, stay at the Hampton Inn in Seattle. Said asking one more time about the best place to stay. But for more info, contact Sharon.
There you go.
I can't tell you that anymore.
There is I want to say, is it a home? I want to say, I would have to look online again. I think it's Homewood Suites or something by Hilton that's really, really close to the port. That's probably the #1 place to stay. I think like on TripAdvisor, if you look it up, it's like, I think the #1 or 2 place to stay because it's really close to the port also, which is a good choice.
Oh, Ruth Todd can't wait to try to win some of your homemade jam. I hope you're going to give that away this year.
I don't know. I hadn't had that on the list, but we're actually having so much trouble with Vlogadays this year on what to give away with no cruising and things. We're not sure, should we give away
We're not having any trouble. You're having trouble.
Cruise items, travel items, should we do other things? And I have been thinking about this like crazy lately. And I'll have it finalized by Thursday when I make the video and it comes out. But right now,
stop playing with stuff.
I'm still not quite sure what the giveaways are going to be.
But there will be great giveaways, and we know the jam will be included. All right, listen, let's transition. We need to transition. It's time to talk about Alaska, guys. Alaska it's going to, a couple weeks ago, Sharon laid out some topics for each one of the coming Mondays. And of course, we did our Caribbean theme and our Mexican Riviera theme. And what other theme do we have? We had Formal Night theme. We've done a few things. Tonight's theme is going to be Alaska. That's why we were dressed up. And Sharon, being a petite woman, can remain here with her hat and her scarf and her winter jacket on.
We have our
being a big load,
our air conditioner is cranked down to 65 right now. So if I took this jacket off and had my tank top on, I'd probably be cold. So.
Yes, for sure.
So I'm good.
And as a matter of fact, yes, the picture behind us is Glacier Bay in Alaska, which is an amazing spot. One of the ports that we visited before.
I'm turning around and looking behind me.
Do you turn around and look at the picture?
Like I'm going to see it there.
That is beautiful. But if we get a little cold, we can just turn up the fire. You know what we should have, Sharon? I had an idea the other day. It was, hear me out on this. I'm going to start something. It's going to be called the Fireside Sessions, but I want to shorten it a little bit. I'm going to call it the Fireside Sesh. Is that a cool sort? You like that?
What are you going to do there?
I'm just going to sit around and like maybe chat a little bit and play some tunes and stuff.
By the fire?
It's a Fireside Sesh.
Oh, okay.
One of us doesn't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so never mind. I'm making that's an inside joke. Just an inside joke there.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I don't know what that is.
I'm sorry. Ship Show is going to be very upset that you don't know what the Fireside Sesh is. He'll be complaining about it later.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Now you know. Now you know. All right. So we were lucky enough to cruise back in 2017 from Seattle and go on an Alaskan cruise, and it was one of our best cruises ever. And for a number of reasons. the cruise was amazing. The scenery
Alaska.
was fantastic. Of course, we went with friends and family, and that meant the world to us.
It was the three of us. We went with some of our best cruise friends that we went on their cruise. It was their first cruise when we met them.
These guys here.
The Saunders family. We had our youngest daughter, Brittany, and her husband, and little Maxwell.
Maxwell's
It was
first
his
cruise.
first
He was
cruise.
just a little fella back then. And Matthew was a little fella
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
He was
And
just
then
a
we
tiny
had
guy.
our daughter's husband, Brett, his parents, and his sister went, and her husband. And then our daughter, Brittany, a couple of her friends went as well.
That's right, that's right.
So it was a big
It was a
group.
big old to-do. We had an
Family and
amazing,
friends group.
amazing time with all those folks. That was a lovely
had,
picture of us all there.
On the Legend, we had like deck 8, all the aft-facing balconies across the whole back. We had all those rooms, and then we had a couple others up the side, but we opened some of the... Oh no, we didn't open them up actually.
Yeah, we didn't.
could've.
You know what? We didn't because we didn't
open
have
those
to.
on that
But
one.
we talked about.
I was
doing
thinking of the different cruise, yeah. But we hung out there, watched glaciers, looked at all the views in the evening and everything, and just hung out together. It was amazing.
I'll tell you, if you're booking an
And-
Alaska cruise, don't be afraid to get an aft-facing balcony because it really was.
It does cost
Fantastic.
a little more than a regular balcony, but if with Alaska being something that a lot of people just do one time, you know, it's kind of like a bucket list really
Yeah.
for some people. It's really worth the extra. for
Totally,
that.
totally.
And then it was
Oh,
a
Gary
John-
Labelson, that was on the Legend. It was on the Carnival
Yeah.
Legend.
and it was a John Heald blogger cruise, so he was there, and so a lot of the entertainment was done with John Heald. He did like the Love and Marriage show on that sailing and a few other fun things.
Johnny Baby. That was a good
So,
time. So real quick, so here's a little bit about how the cruise kind of takes off there, courtesy of TravTech Maps or whatever it is. I just realized that thing has a name on it. So you're leaving out of Seattle, and when you leave out of Seattle, you're gonna come right out, and you're gonna get out into some open water. And I will tell you right now that we left in the afternoon, and the first night was okay, and the next day. I'll talk about how rough it was in a minute, but it got very rough the next day. Now, this route isn't our exact route because we actually went up to Skagway first. Then we backtracked.
to Juneau.
I'm sorry. We went to Juneau first. Then we went to Skagway. Then we went to Glacier Bay. Then we came back and went to Ketchikan. Then we went back to Victoria, British Columbia because we had to make a stop in Canada, which was a quick, like a 5 or 6 hour stop. It was crazy. I wish we could have met Trevor Bagachler up there and Paul Atta and all our Canadian friends, all the Canucks up there that are part of the channel. We love you guys. So, but you know, that's kind of the route. That gives you a little bit of idea where it's going. But I will tell you that the first day, the weather can be pretty rough. It can be pretty challenging. For the first full day, there were a lot of people. There was more seasickness than I've ever seen.
Yeah, everyone
And-
was grabbing all the green apples.
Oh my God! They were looking for the ginger, and the congregation area was the lobby area near the lobby bar. We got down there early because we're smart, and we got a great table off to the side so we could people watch and watch all the sick people come through. But
that's
it was
where
down low,
it was-
center of the ship. It's the least amount of movement because
Yeah.
it's like dead center, and that was the best spot. And there was a comment about rain. At the time of the year that we went was when? It was May.
We went the third week of May. Usually in May, there's a little less rain. June and July tend to be the most rainy months, from what I'm hearing here. Although I know if you want to see whales, make sure you see a lot of whales. Usually, I think like mid-June and July are better for that. I know it's like after the migration season, so that's better, I believe, for whales. Although we went the third week of May and we saw quite a few whales on our whale
Even though
watching.
they warned us, they said there's not going to be a lot there, but we're like, we'll take our chances.
We saw enough to satisfy our whale watching.
Yes. Yeah. Apparently Sharon had
I saw
I mean,
it. I
she's
was
seen me
okay.
get in and out of the shower a few times. I mean, talk about whale watching, but she thought she wasn't.
Yeah, and we got
whale
pretty
watch.
close to some whales too. So yeah, it was.
We did all right. It was pretty cool. But listen, I'm not done talking about that. First day was unbelievable. So we got ourselves a fantastic spot. And it was kind of cool because number one, as we're sitting there chilling out, who was the name of that lady that came over and chatted with you?
Oh, where's it? Oh, Sarah Beth.
All right, so Sarah Beth, I think her name is Sarah Beth Reno. And so it was a vlogger's cruise, right? So we're sitting there hanging out, and she comes over and chats. Next thing you know, she sits down and starts jabberjawing with us. At the time, she was Carnival's VP of Entertainment, and now she's VP of Guest Operations.
Guest,
so she's
guest relations.
Guest, I think it's Guest Operations.
I think it's relations.
Somebody
But
look that up
anyway.
for me real quick. Who can look that up and let me know?
Anyways.
And confirm that I'm right.
But she is so nice.
Yes,
so
a
sweet.
very down-to-earth person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
We talked to her
considering
for
that
quite
she's,
a while.
yeah, she was, she did some announcements. She talked on stage a couple times, and it was so nice with her. And then, of course, while the ladies were busy drinking tea or drinking, whatever they could to feel better and eating apples and stuff like that, and they weren't feeling that great, the guys decided it was time for a little throwdown. So we were kind of, some of you may have seen some of these pictures, but we always love to revisit them. The guys were drinking Bloody Marys and Foster lagers, and this gal loved us because we were a lot of fun hanging out at our spot there. Of course, the Foster lagers, they were loading up on the table. But probably the funniest part was when our guy John Heald came by with a look of amazement at the amount of fun. He came by like, what? I mean, because it's like, I'm not sure if it's like noon or 1 o'clock at this point, and we're just destroying these things. And John comes over and looks at us like we are insane and just tearing it up. And that was just a fun moment when John Heald was alarmed at the amount of beer we were drinking. So that was very cool. Yes, Alan, good tippers, good tippers. Paul Addis said you didn't drink Foster's. Yeah, it's Australian for beer, Paul. Duh. How does he don't know that? He's going somewhere there. He's going like Fiji, isn't that right near Australia or something? But that was fantastic. We had such an amazing time there.
It was.
And luckily,
so much fun.
some of us got through it without being seasick. Others had to put their C-bands on.
I did. I had to wear my C-bands. But it was
make
just
sure
that
that they're hanging
one
there.
day going down if you leave out of Seattle. Now, if you leave like from Canada or leave from somewhere further up, then usually you kind of miss that the rough waters.
Yes, for sure. Also, one thing that I did for the first time, and I was reminded when I was going through some of the pictures, was this is the first time ever that I did a Cigars Under the Stars. As a matter of fact, John Heald had a Cigars Under the Stars night that a couple of us went to, and he had a DJ and he was going around saying hi. I wish to gosh I took 25 different pictures, and I only basically got this one where we were all hanging out. But it was the first time I was introduced to Cigars Under the Stars, and that reminded me of how excited I am for Cigars Under the Stars October 2021 with the ship show. We're going to have a massive Cigars Under the Stars night with probably about 100 plus people doing it, and it's going to be fantastic on that group cruise with those guys. So that is going to be amazing. But let's jump back into the chat and just make sure we're not missing anything. Lori DeShield said, but there's a roof, no stars. That was just part of that was just where our chairs were, Lori, just where our chairs were.
Thank you, Lori.
Cruz Shipley said, we never saw whales, but the captain swerved to miss a whale.
Oh, my
The only time we
God.
ever experienced the ship listing out of our balcony. The memories. That would freak me out.
Yeah.
D Incognito would love to cruise Alaska, but hated the flight from Newark to Seattle. Do you think there will be sailings in June from Seward, Alaska, said Michelle B?
I don't know. I can't. I don't think I've seen any yet, but there may be some out there on some cruise lines, but I don't think I've seen any on Holland or Princess. Usually, I think those are the ones that go out of Seward sometimes.
Yes. Garrett Labels and said, we saw a few whales from a distance. Unfortunately, no salmon in Ketchikan. We didn't catch any big salmon, but we all each caught a salmon, so that was a big deal.
Paul Addis said Sharon is right, but I'm not sure what he was referring to. But
Well, whatever.
but that's right, Paul. I'll agree.
Nancy
with you.
said guest operations. Thank you. Nancy says, you were right, Jamie. Ha ha!
Okay.
Yes, I am right. I love when I'm right. I'm right. Thank you. Thank you very much. The train ride to Canada was awesome. I forgot what port that was at. Garrett Labelson.
That's probably Skagway.
Skagway, buddy. Skagway.
Yeah. So in Juneau we went with Dolphin. What was it? Dolphin tours, Dolphin jet boat tours, I think. We took went to whale watching. So we did all of our tours outside of the cruise line. And while we did that, our daughter and some of the other people, they rented a car they had to go back to the airport to rent the car because that was the only way to rent a car there in Alaska. And they drove around. They went to Mendenhall Glacier. They went and saw like all kinds of things, sightseed, and they even did. I don't know. I think Jamie has some video of it.
Which one was that?
And Juno.
Oh, that was the Juno deal.
Yeah.
All right, so we did. So I pulled a few. I might have pulled a few clips. No, it's not a time machine style clip, but just a little clip so you can watch it if you want. Well, you really don't have a choice, so you have to watch it anyway.
No, this is our, what we did in Juno.
But this is a little bit. So just a quick little clip of us, and then what our friends or what some other members of the family did as well. It was a little wild and crazy. So I don't know. Check it out.
Because it just wasn't safe anymore. Like we were Christian at Roberts.
Oh, look at that. That's, oh boy. That's a good one. Oh yeah.
Did you get
Boom.
it? Did you get it? Because it just wasn't safe anymore. Like we were Christian at Roberts.
Oh, look at that. That's, oh boy. That's a good one. Oh yeah.
Did you get it?
So there's those shots. I played it twice just so you can see the little whales, and of course, then they did the polar plunge at the Mendenhall Glacier.
Woo! And they're taking pictures of you. Yeah. There's the towel. Jed's holding the towel. The towel got moved. Good thing. Polar plunge at Mendenhall Glacier. Wow. Done and done.
So the one guy who jumped in was Brett, our son-in-law. You've seen us hanging out with him, Maxwell's dad, and the other one was Drew. That was his brother-in-law, married to Brett's sister, and those guys were just crazy, and they did the polar plunge.
Yeah.
And they lived to talk about
it. Was
it.
cold. That was probably that was out of our whole trip. That was the coldest day. I think it didn't really. Well, it sprinkled a little. I think in the morning, kind of misted. I guess misted.
Misty.
But it was kind of cloudy, but it was just a little cooler that day than any of the other days.
And you know what was really neat too? Speaking of days, there was a lot of daylight we were shocked at how long the sun, like you hear about places in Alaska where the sun is up for months at a time. Like you hear these stories, there's been movies about it and stuff.
Well,
and one thing that was crazy was how late it would get into the evening.
I remember that too from, years ago. I think it was when I was in high school. I went to Canada, and I remember it was like light. I'm trying to think of what time of year I went, but it was light at like 10 o'clock at night.
Dylan's saying there can be 16 to 17 hours of daylight. It was kind of like this.
Okay. We are headed to Juneau, Alaska. It's a sea day. And if you can believe it, it is 9:10 at night right now, and it is still light out. Barely a sunset setting in. There you go. Just thought I would show you that. And sunrise is scheduled for 4:35 in the morning. So makes for some long days here at sea towards Alaska.
You know, Sharon, I can stare at your aft all day. I mean, your app video all day long.
Oh my gosh.
So that was super cool. It was just, the sun would come up at like 4:30 in the morning. It would stay up late, and we noticed that throughout the whole trip. It was just weird because we'd go to dinner, and we'd get back to the cabin,
and it was still
it's still light out. Like like total daylight. And we'd go on the balcony, and it's like, 9, 10 o'clock at night, and you're just out on the balcony. It's total daylight. So it was wild. It was wild.
So then the next day we were in Skagway, and we booked the White Pass train through. So this is what was weird. So we booked us, our daughter, and our husband's family. We all booked it with an outside company called Chilkoot Charters. I think that's how you say it, Chilkoot Charters. Anyways.
Chilkoot.
And what I liked about that was we took the bus all the way up, and then we took the train back. So we got to see a different view each way instead of just through the cruise line. They have our friends that we cruise with sometimes, they booked it through the cruise line, so they took the train both ways, so they saw the same thing going and coming back. So it I don't know, I think it's a lot better if you can see different things. So we took the bus up, we made stops along the way at some different kind of key scenic points for pictures and things like that. Then we took the train back. Now the way we did it too, you do have to, I get a lot of questions on, do I need a passport for an Alaska cruise? Technically, you don't need a passport for an Alaska cruise, but it depends on what you're going to do when you're in Alaska. If you're taking any tours that go into Canada, a lot of times you do need the passport to take those tours. So this was one of them. Since we took the bus in and we were in Canada is where we got on the train to come back. We had to have our passports. We had to show our passports to come back. So
yeah.
So just keep that in mind, when you're planning your excursions and things like that. But that was so worth it, the train, and I'm so glad we did it that way.
Yes,
the two different ways.
It was it was awesome because the guide on the way up talked to us a lot. We stopped at numerous places and had some great sightseeing opportunities and photo opportunities and stuff like that. And we even stopped at one spot where we saw the train come. Like we stopped because we were ahead of it, and we watched the train pass us, and it was super cool.
That was actually where we, on the way up, was where we took that picture that was in the thumbnail for this, with the big Alaska sign. I think that was one of our stops.
For sure. We got a lot of comments. I know we're a little behind. Ellen Fiore, please relax.
Oh, what's that?
If there are comments we don't get to every time, and we will come and catch up to it.
Well,
Ellen's very concerned that we're missing the
I'm
comments.
sorry, Ellen. We'll go back. We're gonna go back through them.
Well, we may or may not if we have a chance, but she's just concerned and wants to make sure we go back and check them all out later at some point. Yes, we're seeing all the comments and we'll check them out. Rest assured, sleep soundly tonight, Ellen. Everything will be okay. Gregory Power says, how many are booked for the October Bermuda group cruise? I went and booked the priority access for the cruise yesterday. We'll see if it's worth the $99 or not. Well, Gregory, it'll be worth the $99 when you're getting on about the same time I am, and we're at the bar, and there's some other people that are still sitting in the lobby not getting on yet. How does that sound, buddy?
Yeah, there's gosh, what did I let's see, there's about 120, what is it now, 120-ish cabins booked,
120 cabins. It's
something
gonna be
like
out of
that.
control.
So it's probably, well, there's a few cabins that are solo cruisers, but then there's some that have more than two also. So if you just average, just double it, and that's
at least
probably
about 250.
About how many?
Kim Brubaker said, I dated a girl named Chilcote. We broke up because I couldn't pronounce her name.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable, you guys. A couple folks said that they've taken the train up and the bus back. Someone said, I took the coach up. It was fantastic. Dylan said, I can't wait to bring people to Alaska in the near future. We hope that we can get you showing us around Alaska, Dylan. That'd be fantastic. Let's see. So what else? Lindy Lou is in the house. Lindy Lou.
Hi, Lindy Lou.
What's going on? I'm late. I had to put groceries away and eat a taco I brought home. That's quite all right. No problem. Let's see. The Crazy Cat Traveler, I'll be on the October Bermuda cruise. Solo Cruise is going to party in the Solo Lounge.
Yeah, there's several solo cruisers on that cruise. So
Cheryl Brzezinski did an 11-day cruise and land tour. They do have those to go into Alaska.
yeah,
Those are pretty interesting.
next time we do go to Alaska, we're gonna do the land and sea tour. Like I don't know what I don't know. There's I guess there might be 11 days. Yeah, I saw some 14-day ones that we were looking at, but
yes.
That won't be for a couple of years, probably.
Ellen, don't worry about it. Everything's cool. I just want to put you at ease about the comments. I know you're concerned.
Gosh.
I saw a few comments from you. Nancy Fields. What's up, the Fields? Daniel and Nancy Fields are here. They're flying to Vegas on Thursday. Come on, guys.
Again, Vegas.
Caesar Day said the train was our favorite excursion. Land tours are great. Add Denali.
That's what I've heard.
Dylan.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
we want to try to see a couple other areas too.
Michelle M's cruising solo for Bermuda cruise. That'll be fantastic. All right, we're getting off track. We got to bring it back in. Bring it back into Alaska because we got a little more Alaska chat.
All right,
to get into.
Then we'll go go through the chat again.
All right, so what are we?
We won't miss anyone, Ellen.
That's okay.
So then it was.
Well, keep in mind that while we're seeing Alaska and all the beauty that Alaska has to offer, it was a little bit of a different vibe. Usually on the cruise, there's a lot of partying, right? Lido deck parties and all kinds of stuff like that.
The train.
Shh, don't give things away, Sharon. What's the matter with you? I'm setting it up.
Oh, sorry.
I'm creating suspense. I'm telling a story here.
Okay.
Jesus, God, it's not just click, 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 good night. For God's sakes. Anyway, please, where was I? Someone help me out. So while this is all going on our Alaska cruise, and we're blown away by that, it's also a John Heald Vloggers cruise. So that was super cool. So we're interacting with him and doing things with him and having some special events, and that was cool. Of course, who would ever forget this moment when John encountered Matthew and Maxwell?
How you doing?
Hi.
Can we get the video of you, John?
Hi, we're on a cruise and all of you back home are not.
That's right.
So we're all very jealous of these two. Who, if is this your brother?
No, it's his nephew.
It's
Very
his
good,
nephew.
your nephew.
Oh, that's her son.
child do you have?
Ah, here she is.
That's
Hi,
the mom.
Mama?
Mummy. Mummy, there's Mummy. Oh, look, that's Mummy.
How you doing? Can we get the video of you, John?
Hi, we're on a cruise and all of you back home are not.
That's
So
right.
we're
Says
all
that.
very jealous.
We're on the cruise, and you're not. I love it. Maxwell wasn't having any of it. And it's so cute when he asked Matthew, he goes, "Is this your little brother?" And we're like, "No, it's his nephew." It's weird.
Oh my goodness.
But that was so cool, and what a very very nice guy he was, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, so after whale watching and the polar plunge, and the next thing we did was we went to Skagway, right? So
Yeah, we just talked about it. The train.
all right, so we did that deal. So let's see. Do we have any video from that? We might. So again, we got off the ship. We went and found a bus tour. Now this wasn't a cruise tour.
No.
This was one that we booked on our own, separate from the cruise, or it was a cruise line.
No, we told them Chilkoot.
Okay.
charters. Yeah.
But we know it was through Chilkoot, but it wasn't Carnival booked through Chilkoot.
No,
it was
we
us
booked
booking on our own.
directly, yeah.
Did a little research, found our own gig. Were we nervous at all? Booking outside of the cruise line and literally traveling to Canada and back?
I wasn't. I don't know about you.
Okay. Listen, I'm just. People might want to know that kind of stuff. I mean, it sounds like a big deal. We went to Canada. We booked a tour that took us, or we went to Alaska.
I could see some
We went to
places,
Canada on a tour?
And Alaska. I mean, Alaska was very safe. I didn't feel unsafe at all in Alaska.
Well,
I mean,
I totally felt safe.
probably the safest cruise. I mean, the safest cruise we've taken. You know, places we visited.
I totally agree. All right, so Skagway.
Okay, so here we are. We're gonna go check out Skagway.
Taking the train
Take a little train ride. All aboard? All right. So first thing is a bus ride and then the train ride. So that's the deal. We'll see you in a bit. Bye. Well, we got off our bus and now we are officially in Canada, and I just went to the bathroom in Canada. So that's pretty cool. Very cool out here.
out. Well, the views were amazing. It was so funny because standing out in the area between the two cars, no one else wanted to do it. I went out there with Brittany's friend's fiance at the time, Dan.
Nobody else wanted to do it.
Well, then you came out.
Yeah.
And we got you out there, but no one else wanted to go out there. They were like, I don't want to go out there. Because you're standing between, you're on the little platform between the cars. I mean, right there is like, oh my God, I'm looking over the edge and it's a 1,000-foot drop into a crevice.
Yeah.
At the base of a glacier.
Yeah. But it was
So
great.
it says to the guy, Unga Golunga.
It was a
Gunga
great
Golunga.
view, though. It was, yeah.
So it was amazing. The view was amazing. We were blown away by it. And yes, I did go to the bathroom in Canada. So Trevor and Paul and anybody else in Canada, thank you for letting me use your facilities. I appreciate it. And it was one of the best experiences I ever had.
Oh my God.
It dawned on me while I was in there that I'm going potty in Canada. So it was super cool. Super, super cool. Thank you. The Ship Show, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Somebody out there got that one.
So the next, what else do we have there? DC-810. Hi, Deb.
Deb Krotzer, what is going on? How are you and Terry doing? Lovely to see you. Best opportunity to buy an Alaska hat was on that train. $10 for the hat. It was a nice one as well. You
Yeah.
got to have cash.
Yeah.
Good tip. Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, they were selling the hats, and they also passed out some other like little information things for you and things like that too.
Jamie Wilhite, it is Shylero. Shylero. And remember that if you go on the Shylero website and I think you put in the code Sharon15, that'll get you 15% off your purchase of whatever they have on the website, if I'm not mistaken. Is that
Yeah,
right?
anything on the website, you should get the 15% off.
There you go. Shylero. Boom. Thank you. Yes, Tess Almond, you're right. Thank you, everybody, for throwing it in there. You do need a 360 camera on that train. That would be fantastic. You know what's funny, guys, is that was 2017.
Before we had one.
Yeah, that was back in the day. Captain Table MDR. All I had at the time was a GoPro. And I thought that was the poop. I thought that was the shizzle. The shiznit, if you will. And I thought it was amazing. Meanwhile, the sound is like, and the video is great and all, but, still, you had to be in the good light all the time.
Yeah.
Deborah Pelletier says, love this. It brings back great memories. Alaska cruise should be on everyone's bucket list.
Yeah.
Cool. The scenery was amazing. The beach bags said they're almost sold out. Oh my God, Larry.
Oh.
Sharon, you've made the beach bag sell out on the website.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Lori DeShiel and Penner 10 are putting together a pee off the deck thing on the next group cruise. Outstanding,
wow.
Lori. I love that you guys are getting involved to sponsor things on the cruises, the group cruises.
T-shirts.
They're going to hand out t-shirts to those who participated.
All right.
I survived the pee off the deck party with Lori and Penner 10. That's amazing. Joe Fortner, formerly known as Seriously Malfunction. What's going on, Joe? Lovely to have you. Paul, out of the tea bags have not sold out. I have one for you right here, as a matter of fact, Paul. Do me a favor. Just tilt your head back.
Oh.
And I'll put it right where you want it there, Bubba. Jamie dumping the bilge pump on the GoPro. BJB. It was all right, but I mean, compared to some of the stuff now.
Dylan said, even with a good camera, it doesn't do it justice. That's
Yes.
right. That's
Orange
right.
Green went in 2017. Very cool, very nice. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else that was a huge comment.
Probably one of our best days on the ship for a sea day was our Glacier Bay day. That's
Oh my
where
gosh,
we
that was fantastic.
kind of, it was like I guess we kind of parked and kind of spun around there in Glacier Bay, and it was beautiful. And there were some glaciers kind of breaking off and falling into the
Well,
water.
I think when you first told me when I was like, oh, we're gonna stop in Glacier Bay, and you're like, no, we don't stop. Like, what do you mean we don't stop? It's not a port? No, it's not a port. So it's not a port.
No.
Is it a fjord? Fjord. Is it a fjord?
Well, it's like a
Somebody help me out with that. FJOR.
Fjord. So we kind of stopped, and then
one of
we
those
did a
things.
very slow kind of spin around. So if you were on one side of the ship and saw one side, I guess, of the glaciers, before they were finished, you would spin if you stayed in the same spot.
Yes.
So we kind of we went up on the top deck, and we were kind of looking off the sides for a while and things. We also then went back to our aft-facing balcony as we spun a little too and got some great views there. So that lasted for several hours. That was like a
Fjord.
several hour event.
Fjord.
So.
Lisa Driver, they did have Northern Lights one. I don't know if we didn't see it.
We did. It was.
I don't remember it.
Because you were asleep. It was. I'm trying to remember what night it was, though.
Obviously, the bone of contention was just brought up there. Sorry.
It was.
Sorry.
Gosh, I'm trying to remember if it was it might have been the Glacier Bay night. It was at like 1 a.m. or something. It was really late, and so we have pictures somewhere. I've posted them, I think, on Facebook before. But
hold on, Dylan's saying it's just Ford. Is it Fjord or Ford? Dylan, you work in Alaska, so you would definitely know, because a lot of people are saying it's Fjord. Is it for Jord?
Yeah.
For Jord. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say maybe it's like a lot of things. You know, people, we say things differently, and then the people that are from a place, you know, they say it differently.
You mean like Coco Key and Coco K? Is it Fjord or is it Ford? Yeah, that's a battle. All right, so yeah, Glacier Bay was gorgeous, and it was, and being when we finally got onto our aft balconies, and remember the one thing that we mentioned was cool was the entire row. There was 4 balconies, but there were 5, but we had 4 of the 5, and I felt bad for the one person at the end who thought they were going to get a nice calm aft balcony trip on the Legend, and they ended up being next to all of us. But you know, because we would go out on our balconies and just party across the whole thing.
We were all the ones across the back, and then on the sides were the aft wraparound.
Oh, those are aft wraparounds?
Yeah, and
no wonder they were pissed off.
All the ones in the middle were all of us.
No wonder they were pissed off. They paid so much money for that. But so we ended up going there and watching it, and so we pulled a little. I think I got a clip from something, maybe a video that we put out or something like that. I don't know. Here, see for yourself. What do you think? Would this like be someplace you want to hang out for the day? And listen in the background, because you don't hear like wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble. Okay, you're not hearing that stuff. In the background, you're hearing a lady that's sitting there saying, and in the summer months of May through June, the wildlife is
they kind of talked throughout the whole day, very calmly,
as they come from their winter slumber, and the bears and the church mouse, and they're all active in the field. You know, you just hear that kind of stuff
definitely
going on.
not a party cruise. I mean, we
made it a party cruise.
had some fun
But still.
because we were there with kind of like a group of us. But you know, typically it's more of a just not
It's a low-key deal, like this. It's low-key like this.
Beautiful morning on the way to Glacier Bay today. We spend the whole day watching all the glaciers.
As I said, the Grand Pacific Glacier is the main architect that carved out the tremendous fjord we have been traveling through. Although not quite the 4,000-foot high face it once had when George Vancouver witnessed it, today it is 2 miles across and 35 miles of length. It is
At the tail end here of the glacier, and we're going to turn around here, and eventually you'll be able to see the whole little strip here of what we're looking at.
in a few minutes, I'd like to share some closing words.
The beauty of it. So in that one clip, there's a big, you know, you could close in. I think we were using Brittany's camera. She had a good lens to zoom in a little bit more, and you could see little pieces of the glacier coming off. And then where you were looking through it and had it on, or did Brittany do that?
I actually was using my phone. I took some of the with my phone. And Brittany took some.
Was that yours on your phone, or was that your camera?
No, that was the ones from my phone.
So there's the one clip where you see a monster piece come off of the glacier and hit the water, and literally that's what Sharon captured. I think it was with her phone, and she just was zoomed in. So she's kind of just zoomed in looking at stuff, and it almost wasn't till, I swear it wasn't almost till afterwards when we watched it, where we were like, oh my God, you got a video of a huge piece of that glacier coming off of there.
Yeah, I know Brittany got some really good pictures and video with her camera too, but that's not what we have there.
Yes, that was fantastic. A lot of people are saying that it's gorgeous. It looks fantastic there. You are so right. That's right, Orange Green. Get the wraparound instead of the regular balcony if you can. That's Jamie making a drop in Canada. Thank you, Knock Nurse Nancy. They were great times. Ken Brubaker, like Harrison Fjord. I think it's a different guy. Let's see. I like a lady that appreciates. Oh my God, BJFB. You guys are getting out of control.
And then.
Yes, it was fantastic. Well. I don't know what did we see animals when we were in Alaska? Besides the whales?
Trying to think. No, we did not. I don't think we did anything where there were animals, like where we saw animals. No, we did not.
It was an amazing time, and the views were fantastic. We had the binoculars out at some points when we were looking, but we didn't see anything. Dylan, hang in there, because speaking of eagles, I got something for you. I'm not talking about the band.
But I think they did. I think our daughter, when they were rented the car that day, I think they did see something. I don't remember what they saw, but when they were driving around.
Very cool.
But we didn't see anything.
This is great info. Russ Peters, what's up? Oh, somebody else mentioned it too somewhere. Ice falling off the glacier is called calving. I think that's it. Calving? I think I'm saying that right. So very cool, very cool. Rhonda Carney saw some bear. See, a lot of people have great Alaska memories, and it's so nice to be able to share these with you guys and maybe bring some memories back for you guys.
There's some great tours too that take you off to where you can see something like that too.
Yes. Tess Almond tested without the party atmosphere. How were your evenings? Well, Tess, don't get me wrong. You saw how we partied during the day when the seas were a little rocky, and with our crew there, it wasn't like John from the Ship Show and me staying up till 4 a.m. type of a situation.
Because we were
but we definitely had fun.
We went all day long on the port days. We got off the ship.
Oh my God, Lori just called us out.
When we got there and we were off the ship and we walked a lot and we were just, so we were kind of tired in the evening, so we didn't stay up all hours of the night like we do sometimes.
Yes.
But we still had a lot of fun.
Lori, it's funny you mentioned that. Lori said, what Alaskan snacks are you eating tonight? So we were torn. We didn't know which ones we were going to have. So what we went down, there's an Alaska store right down the road. So we picked up a platter of this delicious seal blubber. And so we're snacking on seal blubber. No, we're not snacking on seal blubber today.
Seal blubber. We did not have any Alaska
Lori, we don't have an Alaska snack.
We actually, our first thing was, we thought about drinking hot chocolate just because it's, goes good with the cold. But then I reminded Jamie that might not be the best thing for his cough, drinking the hot chocolate. It might make him cough more.
Yeah, last thing he was going to a coughing attack.
So, since he went with the tea and the bourbon, I was like, well,
I went with the tea and the buffalo tea. Thank you.
I'll just go with the wine. So, and
see, Nancy knows what I'm talking about. She said seal blubber, yum. Thank you. Yes. Better tent that poor little old seals. I was just kidding. We don't have the blubber.
So we didn't have any snacks.
Tess Almond said it's nice to see you using that cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tess, I know. She said that before. She said this would be a great night to use my cup. And I said, which one is that? Where'd you get that? And she said, that's from Tess Almond. Well, she said, she said Tess Almond, and I said Tess Almond, and she said no, Tess Almond. A bucket list cruise for sure, said Larry Thomas. Jamie will be just fine with his pretzels. Thank you, Lori. Paul Addis said I've eaten whale blubber a lot. Yummy. Paul, we don't need to know what you. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. This is a family channel. This is not the Ship Show. This is a respectable establishment. But Paul, I just want to say that we don't need to hear about your date nights. But anyway,
cruise in September with Princess. We saw some whales, dolphins, tons of birds, and lots of fish. That sounds amazing.
Very cool. John at the Ship Show would try whale blubber with crackers and caviar. I bet you would. We'll send you some for your next Wednesday night show. Oh, Christmas seals. No, Larry Richmond, not Christmas seals. I'm sorry, it was just a joke. The seal blubber.
Lewis said, crab and smoked salmon. Oh yeah, smoked salmon would have been good for this. Although Jamie doesn't. You don't like salmon, do you? Isn't salmon the fish that you don't?
Hold on. Smoked salmon?
Isn't salmon?
Smoked salmon.
Oh, is that different than regular salmon?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It is as
You can tell I don't like salmon, but I'll take the crab only if it's in a crab cake. I don't like crab alone, but if it's in a crab cake, I'll
if it's in like a crab birthday cake or like an apple pie crab cake or something like that, Sharon likes it. John said, as opposed to the Sip Show, which is not respectable. So, John, you know what I mean. I'm sorry. Just ruined my friendship now with John. He's going to be so disappointed in me. He knows.
Yeah, they do have a lot
I mean.
of, Daniel Field said they ate a lot of salmon in Alaska. Yeah, a lot. Salmon's big.
Here's a funny thing. I love seafood, but salmon, no thanks. I'm not down. I don't care for it at all. Smoked salmon, like for my bagels or something like that, lox and bagels, I'm all over that. But regular salmon, like Pennington's, like blackened salmon and Caesar salad is awesome. Yeah, a negative Ghost Rider. I'm a no thanks. No, thank you at all.
Peter says you should have had some peanuts at the Red Dog Saloon.
Susie, what did you just say?
Some peanuts. I'm reading.
Peanuts?
Peanuts.
Okay, you gotta watch how quickly you say that word. The cod in Alaska was great. Love salmon, said Paul Atta. I had a duck fart at the Red Dog Saloon, said the Ship Show. Agreed, Jamie, said BJFB. Thank you. Smoked halibut that my mother gets me is amazing. I'm down with the halibut.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Forever best friend. I'm on a seafood diet. I can see anything. I can eat anything I see. Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Jeffrey Lance, what's going on, buddy?
I do like Alaskan cod. Isn't that called Alaskan cod? I do like that.
Crazy Cat Child said, why you would not last in Seattle not liking salmon? That is sacrilege. Yes, EECC is all about the duck farts. Listen, guys, I know about your duck farts, okay? It's like Bailey's and Amber. I'm not drinking that. That's like a duck fart is like one level, maybe one notch above a shoey. Like drinking a beer out of a shoey and a duck fart are right here.
Gosh.
I mean, if I want a headache, I'll drink. The duck fart. I don't want a duck fart.
Oh.
I just want. I'll just sip this and have a beer.
Cheryl Rosinski says baked Alaska, yum. Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
well that's a different kind of a
Alaska.
thing. Yes, we have salmon on some license plates in the state quarter. Said Crazy Cat. Paul Atta thinks the duck fart is awesome. Yeah. Cruz and Susan, thank you for agreeing with me. Some of the salmon I saw on the creeks up there were zombie fish. They change as they swim upstream to spawn. It is strange. Yeah, they swim upstream, they spawn, and then they're exhausted and they die. It's fantastic.
Nancy says, hey, shoeys aren't that bad.
Nancy, that wasn't totally directed at you, but obviously it struck a chord. So I'm just saying. Yes, the BJP said, just take a shot, people. No need to make it complex. Shoey is a national drink of Australia. But when,
Australia.
When I was younger, the thing was we would drink something called the Mind Eraser. And that had like the Baileys and something else and Grand Marnier in it or some kind of stuff like that. It reminds me of that duck fart thing.
Orange Green says salmon helps keep your cholesterol down.
Yes.
Yeah, seafood is good for that.
Lord DeShield is right. If Jamie wants a headache, he'll drink another Submarino. Am I right or am I right? You are so right. I used to smoke salmon, but I quit. My lungs are so much better now. Thank you, Kevin Brubaker. Boom, boom.
Oh my God.
All right, listen. So a lot of great people are there's a battle going on about salmon, seal blubber,
well, a lot of people
everything.
go. That's included in a lot of tours in Alaska as like a salmon bake. I mean,
Yes.
a lot of tours include that.
I mean, I would go to a salmon bake and I would eat it. I mean, I'd probably eat it, but there's times like I'll give you an example. When I go, I'll give you an example. I think when we ate at the seafood place on the Encore, what was the name of that place? Is Robbie O'Malley out there right now?
Ocean Blue?
Ocean Blue, and they had a seafood platter, and one of the things was a piece of salmon on there. Excuse me. So and I said, you know what? Can I scratch the salmon and get some extra shrimp? And they were like, yeah, that's cool, but why? And I said, I'm not down with the salmon. And they said, you're not down with the salmon? I said, no, I'm not. Thank you very much for asking. So no salmon for me. Sharon, what was another place that we stopped at?
Our next stop was Ketchikan.
Ketchikan was our final destination.
And that's where we kind of split up.
We did
once
split
again, the girls got off and
poor Matthew, because he was little at that time.
Matthew came with the girls and Maxwell too. But
Oh, Maxwell doesn't know any better.
I know. But we went and kind of walked around and went shopping. in my opinion, Ketchikan's probably the best port for shopping of all of them. If you just want to walk around and shop, probably the better deals, cheaper prices maybe on certain things.
Yes.
But so we walked around and went shopping. Then we went over and got tickets and went to the Lumberjack show. So we all watched that. And then the boys had a fishing trip already planned out. They went booked it through, who was it? We booked it through Captain.
Me?
Yeah, the fishing.
I say his name in the video. Captain Clay.
Yeah.
With Killing Time was the name of the boat. Killing Time.
The Bites On Charters?
The Bites On Charters with Captain Clay, and the name of the boat was the Killing Time.
Yeah.
And so while you guys went out and shopped and went to your Lumberjack, then I'm sure the girls were like, ooh, look at these strong lumberjacks. Oh, wow, you're such a strong lumberjack. Oh. Meanwhile, the guys are like, let's go have some fun, man. So we went fishing. And the best thing about the fishing trip was the guy was super cool. I called, I made all the arrangements, and I was a little nervous about it. But the boat literally picked us up, like, I swear to gosh, it was 25 to 30 yards from where we walked off the gangway to get onto land from the ship. And I'm not kidding you when I say that. It was so close. And he picked us up a case of beer. I just said, get us some Alaska beer. So we got us like a couple of 6-packs. He got us a case of beer for us. There were, what, 5 of us? 1, 2, yes. Me, EJ, Dan, Brett, and Brett's dad, Mike. And we were all there to have a good time. We each took our turn catching a salmon. But here was the problem. The weather. And I don't know if you talked about it a little bit, but the weather was unseasonably warm the entire time.
Yeah.
T-shirts, shorts on the balcony.
There was a couple days where we were hanging out on the balcony during midday, and I actually had my tank top on. Like I took my sweatshirt off.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
I just had a tank top on, and with the sun shining down on you, you were completely warm. Warm. You weren't cold at all.
Knock on her Nancy said, "What kind of lumberjack show?" Nancy, it's not that kind of lumberjack show. It was
fun to watch.
They were fully clothed, and they were just showing off their skills as lumberjacks.
That you know. I'm just kidding.
I see the video. I mean, I've seen the video.
Do you think I showed you the whole video?
Was there a backstage? Did you have backstage passes on them? Are you a lumberjack groupie? Hashtag lumberjack groupie. Somebody please trend that on Twitter. So we did that deal, and so the girls had an amazing day of all that kind of fun. And then the craziest thing was at the end of the day, our two worlds, unsuspectingly and unknowingly, our two worlds collided. And that was probably the craziest part, because as we pulled back into the port, a few of us were yelling up to the people on the Carnival Legend, because we were right next to it. And we were cheering them on, and we were going, yeah, and people were yelling back to us, and we were going back and forth. It was a lot of fun. I didn't put any of that clip in there because the sound was horrendous. Me screaming, and it's scratchy on the GoPro and everything. But but just trust me, the video was great. There might be some of it in the blog. You never know if you go back to the blog. But Ketchikan was a great day. Let's start off with the lumberjacks. And then maybe we'll see a little bit of what we did fishing. And somebody asked about eagles earlier. Check this out.
Right above your heads. This is ridiculous. Oh, he missed it. Oh. He's coming back.
Oh wow.
90-year-old.
I don't know how it happened.
You ask us if we were related.
We go out fishing for the day, and we end up with beer and Black Velvet whiskey. How does that happen? Oh yeah! Look at these guys! Woo! There's a rowdy bunch right there. Oh wait a minute, hold on, that's my wife. Oh my God.
Oh, there's the guys coming back from fishing on the boat right there. Hey guys, we're right here. Hey, how'd you do? Yeah! Look at us.
There's a rowdy bunch right there. All right, here we go, man. The killing time with Captain Clay. It was awesome. Great time, dude. Thanks, man. All right, have a good one.
What an amazing day. The captain was cool as crap, even though he had a Seattle Seahawks hat on. But he was super cool, and we learned a lot. I had mentioned the stuff about the weather. So the weather was unseasonably warm. The skies were bluebird skies, not a cloud in the sky, no rain, no nothing. If you're salmon fishing, you want it to be cold, overcast, some rain, some drizzle. You want all that stuff to have a good experience fishing. And we had none of that. So the fact that we each caught a fish was shocking. And our salmon were maybe like, I mean, they were not huge, salmon. That's for sure. Paul Addis said, who knew Jamie was that loud? Unbelievable. This guy's got a lot of nerve. Thank you so much, Jeff B. Jeff, thank you, man. Lumberjack Groupie. Hashtag Lumberjack Groupie. Very nice of you. Very nice of you. Yeah, so there is the Alaskan beer and the whiskey. You're right, Dylan. So the funny thing was that we went through the case of beer pretty quickly. We're all a couple guys that can drink a few beers. So we went through the beer rather quickly. And I happened to be going into the, I don't know the terms for the boats, but into the quarters where all the stuff is the inside there, where there's some place to sit, and then the galley, and that kind of thing. And I went in there and I happened to see almost a full bottle of Black Velvet whiskey, and I had a few beers in me, so I went to the captain and said, "Hey man, would you mind if we had a little bit of that whiskey?" He's like, no. And I said, listen, I mean, if we can have that whiskey, we'll make it worth your while. You'll be able to buy, 2 bottles, when we're done here. And he said, yeah, no problem. Sure, take it. So we killed that bottle, almost a full bottle. And we each started just doing shots of the Black Velvet, which is why we were so probably feisty at the end and had such a great time. And, but the guy was cool as crap, and we killed his whiskey. So thank you, Captain Clay, if we ever see this. Thanks again for that. But it was an amazing time. Lori DeShield, thank you so much for the super chat. I remember these videos vividly. This is when I first discovered SAST while researching our Mexican Riviera Christmas cruise. Now they can't get rid of me. Love you both so much. Proud to call you friends. Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
We love you too.
You're a great friend
too. We love you too. Deborah, what we did with the fish was we released them. We did catch and release on them. We got them in. And the captain was able to do something, he was able to get him off of the hook quite easily and back into the water. So there you have it. There you have it. Let's see. I need to go with the boys fishing, said Dylan. Yes. Sharon, your hat's so cute. I need your scarf, said Rachel. Loves it. Hey, Rachel, what's going on?
Hey,
nice to see you. Nice to see you. Whiskey killers, who knew, right, Daniel? I mean, and it was Canadian whiskey, right? That Black Velvet. So maybe not my first choice, but when there's nothing, that stuff was fantastic. Rachel loves Disney since that her birthday is Saturday when you're live. That is fantastic. We're going to talk about that in a minute here, Rachel, as we wrap up here shortly. But yeah, it was a fantastic trip. We knew, who knew it was going to be such a good time in Alaska? And of course, one of the more fun things that we did was one of our other encounters with Mr. John Heald. John does a lot of Facebook Lives. Yeah, there's another one. John does a lot of Facebook Lives. And I forget where we were. Were we was it Juneau? Skagway? I forget where. I forget. If you guys recognize, I don't know if you'll be able to see the port.
I think we were in Juneau.
So we were there, and John was doing a Facebook Live, showing where we were and talking about it and stuff like that. And we were out on the balcony. We were having a little balcony party because we did that quite often. And we're all out there, and I look up and I see him up in the corner of the upper deck there,
on the Lido deck,
yeah,
like a deck above us.
And I can see him like with his phone looking out and talking, and I'm like, oh, John's making a video up there, and I just happened to call out his name, and thank you to the guy that was on the upper deck as well that said, hey, these guys are trying to get in touch with you down there. And I'm sure most of you guys have seen this, but it was a lot of fun. And so we encountered John, and if you go through John's history, if you go back to 2017 and look at John Heal's lives, you'll see us, because we were featured on it. So here's our last great remembrance from Alaska. Won't you join us in enjoying this
funny.
moment?
I remember people sending us a Facebook message after he was live saying, you were just live.
Yes. Paul says you could almost pass as Canadian tonight. All right, so here you go. Check this out. Just our funny little video. So we're down here and John Heal's right there.
Dad, I'll take it on my phone, will ya?
Hi, John.
Drop that.
Hey!
They're watching me, watching you. Hello, guys.
We are.
He's got his camera on a stick. There you
Yes,
go.
sir.
I'm from Minnesota. Everything's on a stick. Here he is. Hello, mates. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, there we are. Wonderful family on their balcony. And they're all great friends, right?
Yes. All friends and family, the whole row.
We met on our very first
You
cruise.
met on the very first cruise.
Yep.
Wonderful.
And we're back.
They're very posh. They've got these posh balconies. How you doing, guys?
We are great.
Over there. You good? Enjoy. We should be clear for you to go.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Being part of John's video. Yeah, so you said people were contacting you saying, we saw you on John's live.
Yeah, and I think it was like right after where they had just seen it, and I got a Facebook message from a couple different people saying, did you know you're live on John Heal's?
We're like, what do you know?
Facebook.
That's super cool. Sharon, I'm a little cold. Can we warm it up in here just a little bit? Hang on really quick. Oh, yeah. Is it time for a fireside sesh?
Oh, I guess so.
No? Hold on. If it's a fireside sesh, I got some tunes we can play. Hang on a second. Hang on a minute. Let me dedicate this to our warrior. I'm sure she's gone by now, but one last thought for a special lady. Here's a little special something. Sharon at Sea's Fireside Sesh. Check it out. Oh, yeah, that was fantastic. And Nancy, we didn't forget about you tonight, Nancy.
No.
Oh, yeah, those are our girls. This was a great fireside sesh. Thanks for joining us on that. Hold on, let's get back to some... what do we need here, Sharon? What do we need? How about this? Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that looks, oh my gosh, so that's perfect.
You like that?
That reminds me of Christmas.
Okay, and speaking of Christmas, let's wrap this up with some announcements.
First tomorrow. So it's officially the month of Christmas.
Yes.
I think. I know some people put their trees up and start decorating before Thanksgiving. I can't start decorating before Thanksgiving.
And to those who do, please seek help. Please.
But usually the weekend of Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving, that's usually when we decorate the house and everything. Although we don't get our tree until usually the end of the first week of December, because we get a live tree, and if we got it that early in Arizona, it would be like just a dried up, crumbled all over the floor. It'd be a big mess. So so we get it usually, so we're gonna get our tree, actually next weekend we're gonna get our tree. I think next weekend, yeah. But and
well, whenever you go out and pick one up and bring it home, we'll put it up.
And later this week, one day this week, we're gonna be decorating the house. So we're gonna get that done. But I know I have to wait till after Thanksgiving to start the decorating. That's just me.
Good call.
I just like the fall like the fall decor up still at Thanksgiving for some reason. I don't know. That's just
Don't
me.
apologize, Sharon.
That's
don't
just me.
apologize. Own it, and don't apologize for it. All right. So what do we have coming up? First off, big news next weekend.
Oh, okay.
Next weekend,
so
a big thanks to Blaine at Rayleigh Creative Travel. You know that he's put on a couple of these big old weekend extravaganza type of did I say extravaganza? Is that copyrighted? These weekend events where he has a bunch of channels lined up to do shows, and they're doing a bunch of them Friday night, all afternoon Friday into the evening, Saturday and Sunday. A lot of your favorite channels will be doing live shows back to back to back to back to back, and we will be doing it at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, which would be 4 p.m. our time.
Yeah, that's true.
On Saturday afternoon.
I was thinking 4 p.m. Pacific, but I forgot that we're not on Pacific time anymore. Oh my gosh. You know what? I think I think I've actually been putting the wrong time on things now that I think about it. I think the thumbnail actually for tonight's show, I think I had. I don't know.
No, we are, you know, you have to,
oh, that's right.
We'll work it out. You know what? After tonight's live, you and I will get online and we'll do a little research about time zones and time change.
Stop it.
We'll
no, but I just no, actually I did put it. I think I did get it right, but
you did get it right. But I know you got it right.
I just forgot about the
well, now that we're all confused as hell, let's revisit that. Thank you very much, Sharon.
Anyways,
for you just squirreled us out in the words of a friend of mine.
So we'll be on at 3 p.m. Pacific.
3 Pacific, 6 Eastern. Arizona time will be 4.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing 1 hour of live entertainment for you. We haven't figured out what we want to do yet. We thought about maybe a karaoke. We thought about maybe some juggling. We thought about maybe just slow dancing for an hour. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We thought about maybe Sharon would come out here in some of her summertime wear. She's got a few new outfits from Venus you might like to try on for everybody. If you want to go that route, we could do that. A little fashion show.
No, but I will think of something. We'll think of something.
We'll see what happens. But we'll be posting on the Sharon at Sea Cruise Crew. If you're not already joined there, please, Facebook, Sharon at Sea Cruise Crew. If you have any content about cruising, cruise questions, cruise comments, you want to share stuff about cruising, make sure you do it there. If you're promoting any of your own stuff, just make sure you put it in the right post where everyone can find it on a regular basis. Tomorrow, the new December Creator Corner will be going up, so keep an eye out for that. That's coming up next weekend. Vlogadays is coming up here any day now. As
I mentioned, we'll be doing the Vlogadays giveaways each week during our live show during December, starting next Monday night. The video on how to enter and what you could win if you enter will be coming out this Thursday. I don't have a time, but it'll be coming out sometime Thursday during the day.
Excuse me.
So watch for that so you can enter for that. And you do have to be in the live chat on the Monday night to win. So if you're not, if it's going to be hard for you to be here, you know, you have plans, you're working, or you're not going to be here, then I guess you may not want to enter. But hopefully everyone that wants to enter will be able to and be here. Let's see. So that we have that going on. That video will come out Thursday. Wednesday, look for our video of the Grand Canyon.
Probably Wednesday. Probably Wednesday. Wednesday, a little bit of our road trip coming out soon, so we're gonna have a little video. If any of you are interested in watching us and what we do for 2.5 days of almost unplanned and unscripted events, you can watch that.
And then we'll try to get the second one out this weekend, like maybe Sunday.
You keep saying we.
Yeah, we.
What you mean we? Kimosabi. That's right. And then finally, let's make sure, guys, before we leave tonight, we've covered a lot of ground. We've talked about a lot of stuff this evening. What have you learned this evening? If you're new to the channel, this is something we do at the end of each show. We like to take a few minutes to find out, what did you guys learn? What did you learn about us? You know, maybe about myself, about Sharon, maybe about Matthew. We said something about our friends, our peers. Maybe you learned something about one of you guys here in the chat. So let us know in the chat, what did you learn from tonight's show, so we can tell everybody. We always appreciate that. We hope you leave here a little wiser, a little smarter. We're trying to get a little bit more into the cruising mode. Hopefully these things will pick back up. We didn't really talk, besides all about Alaska cruising, we didn't really talk about the state of cruising right now, because everything's kind of floating, man. It's
Yeah.
just floating. Everything
At
right now
least,
is speculation and
yeah.
hearsay, and we're just waiting for something definite.
Yeah, and
to happen.
we have a couple things, cruises planned when cruising hopefully starts back up here in the next couple months. We have some things planned, but we also have some Plan Bs planned too that aren't cruising. So if those fall through, then we'll move over to Plan B. So
Arlene says paint and sip for the guys. Good idea. We can do that. Drinking cold beers for an hour. That could be done as well. Jose, nothing wrong with that. An urban lumberjack show. Okay, we'll think about that. NCL Mike, thank you so much for that. Let's see. What else? Oh, Jeff, BJP learned that the Niners will be in Arizona the next month. They will be, won't they? The 49ers are playing at Cardinal Stadium because of the restrictions in California, which is weird. Paul Atta, I don't know.
It's probably the closest stadium.
Paul Atta said, gee, who would ever mess up a time zone? I think he's getting you off the hook. He's getting you off the hook. TC Pepita said Sharon can share her favorite Christmas dish. Ooh, maybe. You know what I'm gonna make this year? That so since I made creme brulee a few weeks back, and I love it so much, and it came out pretty good. Don't make it again.
No, but for Christmas, I already thought one of the desserts I'm going to make for Christmas dinner is I'm going to make a cranberry creme brulee. I don't know if it'll taste good, but I'm going to kind of make it up and try it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. The ship show is boycotting Vlogadays. I'm auto-removed from the fun. Maybe we'll put you back in this year, John. We'll see what happens. As long as it's legitimate. You know what? Maybe we won't put you in, but we'll put Kelly in. And Stella and Caitlin. How would that sound? I learned that, Carla McClendon said, I learned the Steelers game has been postponed again. Yes, unbelievable.
Is that the one you were talking about?
Yes, it was gonna happen tomorrow. Now it's been postponed till Wednesday. They are desperate to get that game in. Let's see.
Where do you sleep?
Lori DeShield is looking for models to pose for the black velvet painting above my bed in our new home in Fiji. That's fantastic. Joseph said, damn, when do you sleep? LOL. That is funny. We don't sleep much. We're old. We don't worry about sleep anymore. I learned that Jamie doesn't like salmon unless it's smoked. Not baked, though. Just smoked. Thank you, Kevin Brubaker, for paying attention. How short should the lumberjack shorts be with or without suspenders? Great question, Kevin. I learned hopefully Sharon might do an Alaska 2023 group cruise at Carla McClendon.
Now,
it could be done.
2023 is a possibility, but before then is not looking good for us just because we have
what, 2023?
Well, we have 2 group cruises.
We have nothing. We have literally nothing going on. There's not a cruise. There's nothing going on.
Well, no, and we already have 3 in 2022, so 3 group cruises. So 2023, summer of 2023, that is a good possibility.
Charles Hahn said, I learned that Jamie loves tea bags. Charles, after I congratulated your lovely daughter on their wedding, you're coming in with a tea bag comment. Unbelievable. I learned that I won a backpack. Amy Franzak, Jamie Wilhite, congratulations.
You did.
Both of the big winners. I learned that Jamie doesn't like duck farts. Yeah, Anthony, I'm not so much. I don't know if I could say that I don't like them. I just, they're not my drink of choice.
What's in those again?
John, really quick, if you're out there, just post really, what's the ingredient of the duck fart? Or if somebody can post the ingredients.
I heard you say Bailey's.
I think there's like some kind of a creamy liqueur deal in there, and maybe there's.
I know this is really weird because most people do like Bailey's, Bailey's and coffee.
I love Bailey's and coffee.
I don't like Bailey's. I don't like Bailey's at all.
Unbelievable.
I know. I'm picky.
Your daughter's named Bailey. How rude.
Well,
rude.
I like that Bailey.
Oh, okay.
But I just I don't know. I'm picky with my alcohol like I am my food, so I'm just picky.
Really? Says the woman who microwaves a jar of
That's how
ragu.
Matthew probably gets his pickiness from.
Unbelievable. I learned that BJP is a Niners fan. There you go. Lori's like, a Niners fan. I learned for Alaska Cruise, get the aft-facing balcony. You're so right. Thank you for paying attention.
Book it early so you don't have to pay quite as much.
I learned that you froze your tail off in Flagstaff. Also, I still love my Alaska. Who wants to go? We're ready to go. I learned all about lumberjack wood. So, Paul, please, like there was anything you had to learn about wood. I learned the lumberjack show could have had even more than Sharon had filmed. Oh yeah, there could be some behind.
Yeah, I actually filmed the whole show. I did.
The whole show, even the backstage part.
Garrett said, "Oh, what did I see?"
More about Jamie not liking salmon.
Garrett said something about the hotel. Yeah, Garrett, if you go up north, you need to stay at that hotel. It was, and our daughter actually stayed there when it wasn't Christmas, and she said it was great then. They also have a thing where if you go, I think it's just around the holidays too, but you can, I don't think they're doing it this year because of everything going on, the whole PM19, but usually they have a bus or van or something there that will take you over to the train. You can take the train ride. Or something like that, and then the bus. Our daughter was telling us how the windows are all blacked out, and so you can't see where you're going. And then it supposedly also will take you to the North Pole.
Yeah, it doesn't supposedly take you. It takes you to the North Pole.
So they do all
Santa.
kinds of
He's right there.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff there too. It's just really, really cute.
Until Mike said he learned that Jamie needs to just duck fart next time in Canada. A few folks learned about teabagging tonight. TC Pepito. Come on, dude, you knew about it already. Robert Brown Jr. Joseph Succato said, I learned cruise people are a lot of fun. I can't wait to party with you all in 2023. The state of cruising. It goes out of Texas, Louisiana, Florida, New Jersey. Ha, ha, ha. B. Staten, 67 with the comedy.
God.
I learned, Gary Labelson said, I learned that Tess Almond likes tea bags. Wow, okay. That got feisty. Jim and Annette Tallman. Good night. Take care. Stay warm. See you hopefully next week. Remember to water. Yeah, remember to water your Christmas trees. Great thing. Yes. I don't like salmon. That's correct.
We have one of those long hose things that we stick in and water it.
Boy, you just throw the softballs out there, aren't you?
Well,
We have one of those long hose things that we stick in. That's going to be on the next Ship Show intro.
Well, now
we learned Jamie doesn't like salmon. You were right about that. Lori DeShield, thank you so much. I learned that we're one big cruising family, and we likely make more time to spend with each other than our actual families. Happy holidays.
Oh, that's true sometimes.
You're not wrong about that.
Thank you so much, Lori.
I also learned that Jamie's cough is concerning, but he's married to a nurse, so it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll get better soon. Thank you, Tess Almond. Yeah, like I said, it's I've had it's all just head cold and crap related. Yeah. It's just like phlegm and stuff and yucky
I think
stuff
we
like
said
that.
Last week, I think, because you had it a little bit last week when we were live. We got it from I think our grandson Maxwell kind of passed it, I think, to me first, or maybe it was Luke.
Unbelievable, Maxwell.
But I just had a little sore throat. I didn't really get real sick, and then I must have passed it to Jamie, and he got pretty sick with the cold.
Yes.
I kind of felt like I was going to get it first, but it just never.
All right, John's got the ingredients right here. Crown Royal, Kahlua, and whale sperm. I don't know if that's true, actually. Kahlua, Bailey's Irish Cream, and Crown Royal. Thank you, Knock on Nurse Nancy. Guys, I rest my case right there.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't drink it. I don't like Kahlua. I would drink. I like Kahlua.
Yes.
Bailey's, I don't like, and I don't like Crown Royal.
I will put Bailey's in my coffee. I might put a little Kahlua in my coffee.
I like Kahlua.
I might put Bailey's and Kahlua in my coffee. The Crown Royal, that is a bottle of sugar. That Crown Royal, it will.
Well, actually, all that's pretty sugary.
It will do
all
damage to you.
but
this is but this is not. There's no sugar in here. That's why I love it so much. That Crown Royal, I have one of the worst hangovers.
Let me read the back of the bottle.
You don't need to read that. Just trust me.
I bet there's sugar in that.
I doubt there's not much sugar in that. It says right here, there's no sugar.
It's probably listed as the first ingredient.
I don't know what you're talking about, but no, one of the worst hangovers ever I got from Crown Royal, and I probably haven't drinking any since, and it's been a couple years. I just stay away from it. Bailey's Crown Kahlua, yeah, Bailey's Crown Kahlua, yeah. The Crown Royal, it's not conducive to a good morning the next day. Is all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Let's see. The men drank Foster's while the ladies ate green apples. You're right, Arlene. Thank you for paying attention.
I brought, just to be on the safe side, well, I had my C-bands. Another thing that I brought, instead of the ginger chews, like ginger's really good for seasickness. I actually brought a box of ginger snap cookies because I kind of like them, and so when I felt kind of sick, I ate those too, and they actually helped. So I brought cookies.
Ginger snaps? I don't know if those are true ginger. I don't know what the ginger amount is in there.
I know, but it's just had a little bit of ginger flavor, and I don't know. When you get seasick, you also sometimes have this weird feeling like it's
on
like
your
you're
mind.
hungry, but you're sick, and it's just weird. And I don't know, for some reason, the cookies really help me.
It's all in your mind. All in your mind. I learned Jamie has a gift of taking what Sharon says and somehow changing it. Nassim Brown, thank you so much for paying attention. We appreciate that. Cruising Susan, good night to you. Good night to everybody
night,
out there. Water your tree. New to your tree and water your pets. Thank you, Pauletta. Hashtag long hose thing. Just tee it up, Sharon. Just tee it up. I learned to bring my Insta360 to Alaska and on the train. You're right about that, Robert Rayburn.
Yeah, that would be great.
Captain's Table MDR, what's going on, brother? Lovely to see you. Tequila and coffee will help your cold. Thank you, NCL Mike. You're right about that. Caramel oil in the coffee is amazing, Pauletta said.
Oh, Bailey's and
Maybe.
Kahlua and hot chocolate is great. Larry Glenn said that.
That's not a bad deal.
You know what? I could see like I said, I don't like Bailey's, but I could see the Kahlua and the hot chocolate. That would probably be good.
You know what else is good in is you take a cup of coffee, a large cup of coffee, and then you dump a packet of hot chocolate into the coffee.
Yeah, that's good too.
That is amazing. We used to drink that when I worked in the restaurants.
Like a mocha.
So we could get really
coffee.
pumped up
That's
for a
just
busy Friday
like
night.
a mocha coffee.
Don't like Bailey's either. Used to get Chambord to put in my hot tea. Amy Franzak, very nice. I'm glad that we picked you to be a winner because that's a great comment right there.
Garrett say I made my sweet potatoes with some Kahlua. Oh wow,
Yeah.
that sounds interesting.
Well, Garrett puts alcohol in everything. I mean, there's nothing surprising in that statement. I learned that odds are good that I'll win a prize in December from Sharon Assis to Tesla Amon. Dramamine Patches said, Dylan, you're right about that.
Yeah.
Guys, it's been a long night. It's been an amazing night. We thank you for being here while we shared
cookies.
a lot of our Alaskan memories. What's so fun is we hope you get a little something out of it and you kind of enjoy it looking back at cruising and stuff. And we get a lot out of it. And I do especially because I get to go through old videos and find clips. And if I had $1 for every time I say stuff like, Sharon, look at this. Sharon, you remember this? Sharon, take a look at this.
It's fun for us too, just going through it gives us an excuse to kind of go through and watch some of our old memories again too. So
There you go. Hold on. Daniel feels Kahlua vodka and Sprite in a shot. Slam it on the counter first so it fizzes and drink it fat. Daniel, I've done that with vodka and Sprite before. I'm not going to lie. We called them slammers back in the day or something like that.
that actually, I could drink that, I think.
You would not drink that.
That one I probably would.
Okay,
yeah.
will you do it next Saturday afternoon?
Maybe. I'll
But that's
see.
what we're going to do. The theme of our show is going to be shots. How many shots can
no.
Sharon do?
Oh.
Oh my gosh. All right. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to close out the chat now
I'll be
as
passed
we wrap
out
up
on
the
the floor
show.
before the hour is up.
We had a great evening. Thanks for sharing everything with us. We hope you enjoyed our snowy Alaska evening. I'm surprised you stayed dressed up in yours, but that's because the AC is on like 64 right now.
It is. And now I'm
I
going to
just
have to
started
go
breaking
shut it
a
off
sweat.
because when I walk out there, I'm going to be freezing.
It's gonna be in here because there's some lights and stuff. It's still a little warm out there. It's freezing cold. Matthew's probably in his room like freaking out. You guys have been great. Thank you for joining us, and we have all that stuff coming up soon, so we're excited about that. If you haven't done it, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Go back and double check that you're subscribed to Sharon at Sea Travel. Things are weird on YouTube these days. Join us on the Sharon at Sea Cruise Crew on Facebook. If you need to book a cruise, you know who to call. I mean, cruising's coming back, guys. It's coming back. It's inevitable. Contact Sharon from Sharon at Sea Travel. Shoot her an email at sharonatsea@gmail.com. Again, sharonatsea@gmail.com. She will contact you back extremely quickly. I'm talking like within a few hours. Really,
I know
almost any
time. A lot
time.
of people have asked I've gotten some emails over the weekend and today asking about what cruise line has the best deals for the Black Friday and the cyber sales and this and that. They're saying they're not really finding any great deals, and that's true. There's really nothing overly great out there. I know they kind of make it look like it's great, but you know, some of them are just like Carnival's, basically, you know, like reduced deposits for the most part, things like that, which they've been offering off and on anyways. You know, other cruise lines are saying, you know, so much off, Norwegian 30% off, but you know, they raised the prices before they started that promotion as well a little bit for most of their cruises. So it, you know, there's just not, I think cruising is just going to get more expensive as it starts back up. So if you are a big cruiser, you really want to make sure you're cruising, probably booking sooner rather than later is going to get you the better deal. So just, you can still book it out to 2022, 2023, but just I would book it before long because the prices, I think, once we start cruising again, especially start cruising, the prices are going to go way up because they know they're going to get the price, you know. So
That is right. Jeff, yes, that was the dog. That's the dog outside the door.
Yeah.
Lucy's laying out there
She
going,
wants in. She wants in. She's like, are you guys done yet?
She's like, let me in, let me in.
Oh gosh, now she's barking.
All right, so contact Sharon. And guys, until next time, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll see you on Saturday, then again Monday. So Saturday is just a fun, off the chisel type of a show. And Monday, we're back to Vlog-A-Days starting up for December.
Yeah.
So bye-bye November. Hello December. Hello Christmas month.
That's right. My favorite month of the year because of Christmas. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. I love decorating. I love buying presents.
Is that why you said bah humbug for me when I asked you for a present earlier today? Unbelievable. All right, so from all of us here at Sharon She Travel, from myself, from Sharon, from Matthew in the other room on his video.
On his video
games. From Nautical Nurse Nancy, the unbelievable Nautical Nurse Nancy. A special shout out to Leanne Francesconi, who right now is recovering. Hopefully she's knee deep in some kind of a cocktail concoction of Vicodin with something. I don't know what she's taking right now. But we hope she's feeling groovy and no pain. We love her. And from all you guys out there, thanks for joining us. And until next time.
Good night, everyone, and we'll see you we'll see you Saturday. Not next Monday. We'll see you Saturday and next Monday.
Beautiful, baby. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a good night. And peace out.